Elimination final here at Coralin this afternoon. The umpire puts the ball into the air. It was Collins straight away, getting his hands to it there, but the ball goes to ground, and probably not so much of a surprise, but we'll have a secondary ball up just moments later. Umpire moves in here again. Already a bit of traffic around this one. They fly. No one really gets that there, but it was Connolly himself trying to put his boot into it there. They travelled a few feet and they dive on it again. And in 28 seconds, we're about to have our third ball up here in the elimination final. Things will settle down, as we talked about this yesterday. And once the team settles into their work, you'll probably find they'll go a little better. No one winning the tap, but it was Connolly there, into a boot into it there. Inside 50 this time for the Demons. No one could grab it there. Just giving chase there was Nathan Voss. Couldn't pick it up. It's a little handball across there to might have been Matthew Voss. He can't get clear. We're still at 50 there. Little kick over the shoulder, went nowhere. And it was Nathan Voss giving chase for the Demons, but the ball goes out of bounds on the full. It'll be a boundary throw in. It'll be a free kick in defence there for Inverloch Kongwak.
And that's Rankin. He sends it up the line now. Kui Rup there to take the ball. That's Muratore. He gives hands off now. They'll go back in through the midfield. High kick, sits up, taken there by the boy in Hetherington. Hetherington now send them into attack. Low worm burner. Doesn't really reach anyone. Kui Rup there. The players all over the ball, and it looks like we might have another bounce there. No, that gets flicked out in the end. Ends up in the hands of Nathan Voss. Has a right foot snap. Kicks the first one of the day.
Gee, and I think that's about his third touch already, Jamie.
Yeah, great start by Kui Rup. They're really hunting the footy, and first in for the ball. So great start. I just noticed Gibbons is playing high up the ground. Normally he comes out of the square, and also Cross has picked up Wells, and Eels has got Sheen.
Alright, so plenty going on out there, but a great start from Nathan Voss as he kicks truly from about 30 metres and opens the scoring for the afternoon. And Kui Rup lead by that margin. The ball's back in the centre of Coralin Football Reserve here. And away we go again. Connolly grabs it with both hands. Tried to get a handball away, helped there by Camerano, but he couldn't get it out. The ball running out wide towards the wing. Connolly there. It eludes him. The Seagulls go forward. They're trying to take a mark there was Wyatt, the skipper. Has been paid, I think. It looked like he juggled that one. He's been paid the mark. Plays on straight away. Just outside 50. Swinging into attack there. The target was probably Marnie. Couldn't get it to him. The ball hits the deck here. Just a chaos kick out of the fence that time by the Demons. Ball coming to ground in there again. Beatty Powell trying to pick it up. He couldn't get it. Turnover. And Hetherington looks like he's going to clear for the Demons.
Hetherington now flicks it out. The big fella in Connolly gets it for Kui Rup. Handball out, taken by Inverloch Kongwak. Umpire says you're not getting out of there, so we'll have a bounce down centre wing position on the commentary box side of the ground. That's the Wonthaggi Removals commentary box. Up it goes. McCorn wins a tap, comes back to him, gets a quick kick out for Inverloch Kongwak. Goes forward, little toe poke off the ground, heads up towards the boundary line, and it'll go out over the line. And a little bit of how do you do there from Timmy Miller, the Kui Rup captain. He just let his opposing captain know, Tommy White, what's going on. And we'll have a boundary throw in around 65 around from the Inverloch goal. Big fellas up there, McCorn and Connolly. Connolly again uses the body, comes out to the side. Picked up by Gibson. Gibson's wrapped up. The umpire says I'll bounce that down. 70 around. We've only gone nearly 5 minutes in the first quarter. And it's 1 goal to Kui Rup. Inverloch yet to score on the Tradelink Wonthaggi scoreboard.
Umpire puts it in the air. No, Ruckman can grab it there. Clark giving chase. It just eludes him. The Demons are going to bring it out. A little kick to Gibson. He marks at half back. Not wasting any time. Onto his left, down towards the centre wing position. Missed the target. It was intended there. Might have been Collins, but it's off his hands and out of bounds. Centre wing position here. No addition to the score. We'll have a boundary throw in. First quarter here at the Alex Scott Real Estate West Gippsland Football Netball Competition Finals, coming to you live on 3MFM. Boundary throwing comes in, quickly grabbed by Nathan Voss, who's been busy earlier. Gets his high kick. Clark's in there for the Sea Eagles. He's wrapped up by Nathan Muratore. Expect a big day from him. Good footballer. Ball up right in the centre of the ground. Up it goes. And complaining a fair bit there as McCorn wins a tap. He reckons he's getting holdings. Just letting the umpire know that Rory Conway's getting hold of him. You seen much there, Candy?
Yeah, I just noticed Muratore, he's picking up Dylan Clark.
Okay, and it comes down off the ruckman again. No one really gets a decisive tack. Hurry, kick through. In there is Collins. Gibson, he started well for the Curry Rup side. Gets fed out to the outside. White's there, the captain. He can't take it. Vice Captain Shem Hawking looks like he's been taken high and he'll get the free kick, centre wing position.
Boys, just keep an eye on Connolly too. Looks like he got something on his arm there that's left him in a bit of discomfort. The kick goes forward here for the Seagulls. There's a whistle on play and a free kick. We're about 35 metres or 40 metres from goal, and the free kick's been given to Sam Gibbons there for interfering in that marking contest, and he's going to go back and make an attempt at the Sea Eagles' first goal of the afternoon. Dan Eddy on the boundary.
Yeah, boys, just a quick one. Good luck interviewing Benny Collins after the game, because he is very vocal on the bench. He will not have a voice left by the end of the day. Really animated, really involved in the play, making a lot of moves and direction.
Gibbons on his way. It starts right, swinging back, but just misses to the right-hand side, and through for one behind to Inverloch Congwack. They trail by 5 points. At the, I think we're looking at about a 6-minute mark. I can barely see that time clock from here on the
spot on was
3MFM TradeLink Wonthaggi scoreboard.
Muratore will bring the ball in for Curry Rup, kicks to the outer side. Nice depth on the kick, comes over the back, picked up by Pryor. Pryor now onto the left foot, but he only finds Luke Walker for Curry Rup. Another one that's going to have a big day, you would think. Left foot kick on the outside. Curry Rup in the defensive half, just playing a bit short. Bit of tempo footy, controlling it. They'll go up the line now with a kick from, look like Cody Miller. High kick, punched out from the back from Cusack. Comes to the front of the pack. Now they're away, Corey Casey. He can't get too far with that, and the pressure is being good. Comes out to Cusack again. Gives it off to his teammate and the big fella in McCorn. McCorn on the left foot. Heads off towards the boundary. Flicked out now. Now they're away. Kui Rupp. Short ball in through the middle. Muratore sets it up and ends up in the hands of David Collins.
Collins at half back. He just switches it wide. Finds a teammate on the wing on the outer side of the ground there. Playing on just an intercept mark there. Corey Casey looking fairly mobile for the Sea Eagles. He's done well there. Chips it in short to Rankin at half back for Inverloch Congwack. He's just running through the centre there with a couple of bounces. Feeds a little handball over the top to Jarvis Pryor. And another one. They're linking up all right here in Inverloch Congwack if they can. A series of handballs finds him centre wing broadcast side. In towards Gibbons on the 50. Marks on his chest in front of his opponent there. Was very good. He looks a bit dangerous early, Gibbons, doesn't he, Jamie?
Yeah, he looks very dangerous.
Oh, just lowered his eyes in there for the pass. I think the intended recipient was Beatty Powell, but it eludes him and bounces through for another behind. And two of those to Sam Gibbons at this point, and that's their second behind of the afternoon. They trail by 4 here on the 3MFM TradeLink Wonthaggi scoreboard.
Muratore again will bring the ball back into play for Kui Rupp. He's going to go to that outer side. I would have thought up at that end of their kicking, they will do that most of the day. Goes short to Luke Walker. Walker now with a thumping left foot kick against the breeze. Up, oh, good mark though. Looks like that was taken by Cusack for Inverloch. He takes the mark. Now waiting for some movement up forward. He'll he shanked that. That is one of Wiz's one Woods. Ends up luckily in the hands of Toby Marnie, who gets a quick left foot kick high inside 50. And that looks like Clark. Dylan Clark's taken the mark. It's probably right on 50 on the outer side. And Dylan Clark will kick. Probably should kick this with the breeze going down that end.
He would. He might even be a little closer than the 50 come the man on the mark there, Muratore. So we'll just wait and see. Not sure how this breeze is going to affect. I note with interest that that breeze has died down slightly. We might get, after this kick, a report from Dan. And Clark makes his way in there on the outer side of the ground. Suitor right footer, just swings it around. He set it on its way. Goal umpire doesn't move. And that's through for the opening goal of the afternoon for Inverloch Congwack. And they take the lead on 1 goal 2-8, leading Kui Rupp's just one straight kick at the moment on the 3MFM TradeLink Wonthaggi scoreboard. Dan Eddy.
Yeah, just on the breeze, it's very similar to how it was at the start of the game, so no changes there. Kui Rupp's been very concerned with a few of their defensive matchups. They've had a couple that were obviously pre-planned and they haven't stuck to their man, or they've switched over in play, and Ben Collins has been very harsh on getting them back as quick as possible, so he's a bit concerned about what's going down back.
Ball goes up in the middle again. Callum Cusack's gone into the ruck for Inverloch. It'll go to the outside. David Collins toe pokes that, then collects it. He's well tackled there by Lockie Scott. Gets the handball out now. They're away again, Inverloch. Handball over the top, Beatty Powell. Beatty Powell goes towards 50, onto the left foot. Sits it in towards the goal square. Oh, just getting his hand on it. But he might have pulled a free kick. Brody Yap got his hand on it. And he is pulling the free kick, so the behind won't count. And Brody Yap will take the resultant free kick in the defensive goal square.
Yeah, good ball movement by Inverloch Convac then. Really, really good ball movement.
Just against Van Driel, probably he took his eye off the footy and faced his opponent. The ball comes back into play, high at the back there. Was Voss, he couldn't hold the mark. Looks like the Demons are going to bring it out of here. A little chip back in towards half back. Marked there by Collins. Plays on straight away. Chips it out towards the broadcast side of the ground. Plenty of space here for Galanti. If he's good enough, he chips it out wide. Gives his teammate plenty of room to run onto there. That time was Wells. Couldn't pick it up on the first bounce. Now the cavalry arrived. But he was good enough there to get a kick to it. Wells along the ground. And the Sea Eagles look like they've turned over here, and the Sea Eagles are going to bring it out of trouble.
And Shem Hawkins gets it off to his teammate Clark Long. Kick up forward, looking for Gibbons. Comes off the hands of the pack. Gibbons gets a toe poke to it, but kicks it out of bounds on the full. And Kiwi Rupp will take the free kick through their captain, Timmy Miller. Timmy Miller, defensive half for the Kiwi Rupp side. He'll just go up the line, I would have thought. He looks like he's going to go right across with a short kick inside. Dangerous kick, but a beautiful kick. Finds his teammate there in Matthew Voss. Matthew Voss goes to the opposite side of the ground to Muratore, who's been busy early. They want to watch him, maybe even chuck a forward tag on him. He goes up the line looking for another teammate there in Camerano. He can't take the mark. They go forward towards half forward. Two players come out. He's taken that mark. That's a great mark. Sliding in along the fence. Can't make out who that is on the outer side.
I think it might be Nathan Voss.
He goes high looking for Sheen, but backing back is Cusack, another player that started well for Inverloch. Just read that better than all and takes a good defensive mark right under the scoreboard. The TradeLink 130 scoreboard that sees Inverloch 139, Kiwi 1 straight 6. We've gone 12 minutes first quarter.
Cusack now out towards defensive side of centre wing. It was a decent kick. No one can take the mark there, but a quick handball and a kick there just forward of centre wing position there. Van Driel was first to it but couldn't pick it up. Now the defenders arrive, coming around again. Van Driel tries to put his boot into it. Picked up that time by Collins from the Demons. He chips it across to a teammate in Walker, who marks and plays on straight away. Running through the centre of the ground on his left, he drops it inside 50, but can't hit a target. And Adam Cross marks defensive side there for the Sea Eagles.
I see Adam Cross, Jamie's taking the very dangerous Jason Wells at the moment. I don't think Jason's had a kick.
No. Crossy, very, very accomplished player. He's played over 300 games for Inverloch, so a good match-up there for Inverloch.
Take a bounce down. It's about 55 out from the Kiwi Rupp goal. Up it goes. Big Cusack gets his hand on the ball, but Walker sharks for Kiwi Rupp might have been taken high, and he has.
Started well.
He has, hasn't he? Luke Walker will get the free kick. He's about 55 out from home. He's going to go short, looking for Jason Wells on the lead. Bounces in front of him. He can't take it. Well punched away by Inverloch on the outer side. There's Muratore again, but he's beaten to the ball there by Kilsby. Kilsby punches it on towards the boundary and would like the boundary right now, but Muratore, too clean, picks it up. Long high kick in, looking for Sheen, but from behind, a beautiful punch by the big fella in Eels. Gets it to the front. Wells is there. He can't take it. Ball goes out of bounds, so we'll have a boundary throw in 60 around from the Kiwi Rupp goal.
Muratore stayed on his feet out centre wing there too. That was the benefit there, and just not going to ground as his opponent did, and then he came up with the football straight away. That's just good footy from him as the boundary umpire spins it back in right on the attacking 50 here for the Demons. No one getting it clear. Little handball there, might have been to Walker again. He kicks it in deep towards the forward zone. Sheen was the target, but he couldn't hold the mark, and it's put over the boundary line.
I think I found Nick Proud's number, 39.
Okay, here we go. I did see an odd one out there I couldn't find on my sheet when you were calling before. That'd be him. And the boundary umpire with the footy. We're about 10 metres around from Kiwi Rupp's goal. No one really wins that decisively. It's on the ground. Whistle on play here. He may have been grabbed. It is. It's going to be a free kick to Inverloch Convac. And I think it might be Dan Reid.
Yep, that's Reid. He'll go short up along the boundary. Finds a teammate on the outer side. A lot of this first quarter's been played on the outer side, which makes it very difficult to see. High kick up forward looking. Oh, good mark, Kiwi Rupp. Couldn't pick out that. It comes out to Walker though. Walker's had a ton of the ball in this first quarter. Chips a kick forward. Probably should have got a free kick there, and Gibson not paid. Play on. Now it comes out through the agency of Reid. Reid with a quick handball to the outside to Beatty Powell. He gets another handball off, but it'll be all Kiwi Rup again on the outer side. They just hold on to the footy with a little bit of tempo footy and find the big ruckman on the outer side, and that is Rory Connolly.
Connolly now kick up towards half forward. Casey got his hands on it first there for the Sea Eagles, and he puts it over the boundary line. Just outside the forward 50 here for the Demons. It'll be a boundary throw in. It's 6 plays 9. We've travelled 18 and a half in the first quarter of this elimination final. As the ground umpire brings it back into play. Again, no one really getting it clear that time. Trying to pick it up was Gibson. He couldn't get it. Going back out towards centre wing. The Eagles might be out if they could pick it up. They couldn't do. Little toe poke off the ground for the Demons, and that they're away now. Coming out here might have been Proud. It's not a great kick in towards half forward. Mate, he's got to do his work there, Hetherington, to get it. Gets a hand to it. McMaster on his left, just chipping it around towards the top of the square. Voss picks up a tackle there, trying to win the footy. The umpire's blown his whistle, but there was no opportunity for his opponent to get rid of it there. We're 20 out from goal for Kiwi Rup, and it'll be a ball up.
Pressure's been enormous from both sides, is what we would expect in a final. Up it goes. Sheen's going to take the ruck for Kiwi Rup. He can't gather it. Now Inverloch Conway away out of defence to the outer side looking for Gibbons, but leading him in the race for the ball there was Brad Harding. Comes out to the outside now. He's had a good quarter. First quarter is David Collins. Lowers some eyes, trying to chip up. Couldn't find a teammate. Big fella there in Reid is in there for Inverloch and ends up coming out to the outer wing. Carries over. Gibson's there now. He picks it up. Just a mongrel punt inside. Just trying to get a bit of coverage there. And looking for a teammate in Van Drill, but couldn't take it, and the ball's gone out of bounds. We're about 30 around from the Inverloch goal, and we have gone now nearly 17 minutes into the first quarter, and 3-point lead to Inverloch on the TradeLink 130 scoreboard.
Just got him some territory there, Gibbons, not much else, as the boundary umpire brings it back in. No one able to get it out there, but it's just chasing after it straight away. Van Drill, he's able to get it up. A little handball to a man in trouble, and the Demons pounce, and we're 60 metres from Inverloch Conway's goal, and the umpire's going to ball it up. Record number of stoppages so far this quarter, Brad. Oh, but Jamie, sorry.
Yeah, a lot of stoppages, and I feel that Kiwi Rup's midfield's on top, and they just can't seem to get that connection in the forward line.
Chaos kick out of that stoppage in towards the forward zone, but misses the target. And
a lot of guys didn't go through the ruck. Inverloch. Connor Cunningham just took that.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, they're tall, aren't they?
Going to make it really hard on Rory Connolly, isn't it, for Kiwi Rup? Someone's going to have to give him a chop out as it comes in, and right then was Mitch Collins giving him a chop out. His tackle, hurry kick out from Kiwi Rup out of the defensive half, goes to the outer wing. Rankin's there. Rankin now onto the right foot. Not a great kick. Very low grubbing punt, and it looks like we'll have another ball up. About 60 around from the Inverloch goal. And can't pick up who that is. I'll tell you what, David Collins has laid a number of tackles. He's had a lot of the footy. That was big Connor Cunningham that was wrapped up there, and he'll take the ruck duties with Mitch Collins. Cunningham wins it, comes out. Barrager plays all around the footy. Hurry kick out, looking for Gibson. He can't take the mark. Oh, flying through there. There's the Inverloch play now. Left foot check side, but he's missed to the left.
There's a whistle on him.
A whistle in the back. That was Toby Marnie, and he'll get the resulting free kick. So because he missed it, he gets another crack at it here. He's right on the boundary line, only 15 metres out.
It is Marnie. These are the ones they practice at training when they think they're superstars. Just this 10 metres out from the boundary line. Another crack out of it. Luck's a fortune here. He's going check side on his left, and the goal umpire does not move an inch. And for you listening at home, the car horn suggests that Toby Marnie has kicked the second goal of the afternoon for the Sea Eagles, and Inverloch Conway extend their lead here late in the first quarter of this elimination final, and it's 2-3-15 leading Kiwi Rup 1 straight 6. We've travelled just into the 20-minute mark of the first quarter. It was a nice little kick, that one, Jamie.
Yeah, it's one player Kiwi Rup can't afford to let off the leash. Kobe Mahoney, very class forward, kicks goals. I think he's kicked about over 35 goals this year, so they can't afford to let him off.
Mitch Collins gone into the ruck for Cooey Rupp in the middle. He'll do battle with Connor Cunningham. Got the height advantage, Cunningham, and gets the tap accordingly. Quick hands out, ends up in Cunningham's hands. He gives it off now to Scott. Scott inside 50 or towards the 50. Now they're away. High kick from Gibbons inside. Coming out. Oh, that was Gibbons coming out and taking the mark. And beautiful mark actually in the end. And he's going to have a shot on goal. 35 out directly in front.
Nice little kick there from Tommy White. It was the skipper actually booted it across his body there in there and gave Gibbons a great opportunity in front of his opponent.
They've settled really, really well in Inverloch after Cooey Rupp started the first couple of minutes very well, but they've settled and they find themselves could be 3 goals in front.
Gibbons with 2 behinds to his name for the afternoon so far, and he misses this one to the left hand side from 35 metres.
Just poked it.
And he has 3 behinds. But they do extend there. 16 play 6, it's a 10-point ball game. Muratore tries to bring it back into play, sells a little bit of candy to his opponent to get a few extra metres. Now goes long. He's out near centre wing position. They've certainly got some metres out of that, the Demons, but a pack forms around it. In there was Walker again. He's been very busy in this first quarter, but he can't get away with that one. And the umpire has arrived on scene, just defensive side of centre wing for the Demons, and he'll put it in the air and restart.
And now it'll be again Rory Connolly, but Cunningham wins the tap for Inverloch. Now they're away. High kick inside 50, looking for Gibbons again. Comes out, meets the pack, hits it to the front. Quick hands off from Marnie, gives it to Rankin into an open goal. Thank you very much. Wow, that was a little bit easy when the ball hit the front of the pack then. And Toby Marnie just read that so well and was able to give it quick hands off to Lewis Rankin, Jamie.
Yeah, I just had no numbers down the back there, Cooey Rupp. I let Rankin kick that goal, did he? It was Rankin, Rankin and Mahoney by themselves, just can't afford that.
Well, Marnie got himself to the right place, front and centre, but it was I was impressed with Sam Gibbons there in that marking contest. He had 2 opponents, knew he couldn't hold it, so he flat palmed that down
that's
to
exactly
Marnie
right.
as he ran past. So that's clever foot. He might have only kicked 3 behinds, Gibbons, but that was a serious contribution to that goal, no doubt about that. We're back in the centre. Connolly, he winds up flat on his back, and trying to get the kick away there was Joel Gibson for Cooey Rupp, but there's a whistle on play. He's been caught high, and from the centre of Coralyn football ground here, he'll take his free kick on his left. Inside 50 it goes again. Big Sheen was the target, but he couldn't get his hands on it. Cusack picks it up there for the Sea Eagles, puts a teammate under pressure with his handball there. The ball now hits the ground. The crowd's getting involved with a bit of umpiring here, you'd think. There's a whistle on play, and it is a free kick it is Big Sheen. He's got his first touch of the footy for the afternoon at the 23-minute mark of the first quarter, and he'll go back from about 35 metres on a 45-degree angle. Darren Sheen and line up his first goal.
Yeah, he paid that as incorrect disposal on Corey Casey. I had the glasses on that, and I thought Sheen got him high, but anyway, Sheen gets a shot at goal. His first kick for the day.
That's the kick this.
Oh, he won't miss this. He is one of the beautiful kicks for goal. Just put the moz on him as he comes in straight through the middle. He's a lovely kick of the ball. He's Darren Sheen. Gets his first for the day. He gets Cooey Rupp second. 2 straight 12 Cooey Rupp. They trail Inverloch Congwack 3-4-22. That is on your 3MFM Trade Link 130 scoreboard.
It just goes to show when you get a centre clearance and get the ball up forward, you're a chance of kicking a goal. So great work by Cooey Rupp and only a goal down.
As we said earlier in the call, the wind's dropped a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah, we might be just in the eye of the storm here. No drops of rain yet, but you just feel like they're not far away. Gee, Big Sheen, incorrect disposal. I reckon if he got me a little eye, I'd get rid of it illegally as well. So he's a big lad. We're back in the centre here. Connolly, first use of it, taps it down to the benefit of his teammate there. And Camerano, I think he was in there. Little handball backwards. Little chip kick there. Camerano was there again. He couldn't pick it up. The Sea Eagles have got a chance now. It's a bit of a turnover, running through the middle. Here's a little handball to Reed. Got some time. Gets it across to a teammate who drives it forward, but it wasn't a great kick. And Nathan Voss marks in defence for the Demons.
Voss, another good defender for the Cooey Rupp side, goes to the outer side. Obviously a set play. That might have carried over the boundary line. No, it hasn't. It's been marked by Matthew Voss. He's in between half-back and wing for the Demons. Umpire tells him to move it on now. He gets around the player on his mark, or does he? He certainly does in the end. Goes for the short kick and finds Proud. Nick Proud takes the mark. Now he looks to give it off. Decides not to. Goes onto the left foot. Awkward looking kick. High up towards half forward. Mitch Collins is there. Punches to the front. The big fella Connolly can't take it for Cooey Rupp. Plays all over the ball. Sheen's in there now. Hits a big solid bump. Holds the ball in. We'll have a ball up. Right in between wing and half forward. We have gone 25 minutes in the first quarter, 10-point lead to Inverloch on the Tradelink Wonthaggi scoreboard.
Connolly doing battle there in the ruck. He's probably getting his fair share of taps, but they're not necessarily going to anybody. Proud was there for the Demons. He couldn't pick it up. Lurking on the outside's Collins again. This shoots out now. Booty Powell first to it. He gets a kick in up towards Gibbons, who dropped what he should have taken. Good enough to butter up now. Handball over the top to a teammate who's struggling to pick it up. Does so now. Not a great kick, but to the advantage there for Marnie if he's good enough to pick it up. The whistle on play. Might have got a shove. And Marnie's got a free kick here from 48 metres out for Inverloch Congwack, and we'll go back here. He's turned his back on it, so you think he's going to have a shot at goal, Brad?
It looks like it, doesn't it? And in the first 5 minutes of this game, I would have said this will go through post height with the win, but he's on the Dennis Lilly run up, mind you. He's gone back to the centre. He's going to kick from 50.
I think we call that a Ben Brown run up now, don't we?
Yeah. 10 yesterday, Ben, for the Kangaroos with a good win. Jamie Can will be happy about that one. In he comes, Toby Marnie on the left foot. Siren goes, he's just missed to the left and kicked them behind, and that'll take them on a 3-5-23. 2 straight 12 is Cooey during the day, so they could end up with it 3 times.
All right, we're underway here. It's an 11-point ball game, and ball's in the air, and straight away the Cooey Rupp boys trying to get it away just with a chaos kick out of the air. Doesn't go anywhere, and the Seagulls respond. Chasing there was Booty Powell for the Seagulls. He couldn't get it. Little handball across to Scott. He's collared with it as well. There's plenty of traffic around this football. The umpire's pulled him up. It'll be a free kick there to the skipper, Tom White, for the Seagulls.
Incorrect disposal, they say. White goes forward, tapped out by Tassant, picked up by Muratore. Oh, he had prior, and I think he'll be pinned here. And he will. He did have prior opportunity.
I'm not sure that the tackle really held him up properly, though.
Great pressure by Inverloch, though.
Reid will take the resultant free kick. He goes right towards a pocket. I do not know why. It's punched away from him. Collins picks it up. Quick hands off to a teammate under enormous pressure. He might have been tackled high, and that's the boy in Troy Dolan. Dolan takes a resultant free kick. Back pocket for Cooey Rupp. Finds Luke Walker. Had a lot of the balls so far. Early in the second quarter now with a high kick up the wing. He looks for Big Connolly. Punched away well by Rankin. Quick kick by Reid back forward for Inverloch. Muratore slides in on it. Can't take the mark. And Toby Marnie will take the ball out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in. 50 around from the Inverloch goal.
Alright, 50 metres, no addition to the score. We've travelled nearly 2 minutes into the second quarter of this elimination final. As in front of what it looks to be a bumper crowd here at Coralline, the boundary umpire spins it back into play. It was Connolly on his own, but Booty Powell intercepted the tap there, tried to run away with it. It was collared straight away by a couple of Cooey Rupp players and brought to ground. The umpire's going to ball this one up. We're still about 50 metres from goal as the ball's in the air. At that time it would have been Cunningham trying to get his hands to it in that ruck contest, but didn't go anywhere. And that whistle you can hear through the effects mic is the umpire saying we're going to ball it up again. This is the third one. Away they go. Connolly up early that time. Couldn't really get it clear. Chasing after that time was Walking. He can't pick it up. Boundary line looms. Oh, coming in the hands of Toussaint. He's going towards goal and misses on the left-hand side. Very quick there, Toussaint too.
They might rue this goal kicking, Ken. Shots for goal.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if Inverloch can kick the next 1 or 2, there's rain coming, so the next goal is very, very important for either side.
Yeah, you really want to get the score on the board early when you have the opportunity. Captain will bring this in for Cooey Rupp. Tim Miller goes to the outer side, of course. Now they're away through Walker. He gives it off to a teammate there in the Yap with a high kick up towards half forward, between wing and half forward. He's looking for McMaster. He can't win the ball. Now Cooey Rupp hands over the top to Voss, and that is Matthew. Matthew comes back inboard looking for the big fella and finding Mitchell Collins, and he'll take the mark. He's about 45 out. This boy's got a big boot on him, and he could kick this. This is early in the second quarter. So often happens they come from one end, miss it.
Great work by shot. Great work by Matthew Voss. He was calm and collected then and spotted up Collins. was about 40 metres out from goal.
Just instead of blazing away.
Big fella. He's missed that to the left. And that is behind the big fella Mitch Collins for the Cooey-Rup side. And that takes them now on to 2-1-13. They trail Inverloch 3-3. It looks like 3-3. They've really got, no, 3-6. They've got some trouble with the scoreboard up there. 24, 3.5 minutes gone. The Trading 130 scoreboard.
We've also got some trouble getting the footy back out of the car park here. It seems to have gone missing. There's a couple of young blokes there. Maybe we could borrow their footy. No, there we go. It's coming back in there. Kilsby's got the football at last. He's going to bring the Sea Eagles back into play. Plays on outside of the square and goes long. Collins there with a big spoil off the back there. Couldn't really get it. Little handball across to Dan Reid. He goes out wide towards centre wing but can't hit a target. Time for Cooey-Rup here. Another opportunity for them to go forward. A kick in towards the half forward line there. A lovely mark in front of his eyes. Jason Wells. Too far out to score. Plays on straight away. His target's the top of the square. Voss marks in front of his opponent there. One out. And outmarking Rankin there. Sorry, it's Rankin outmarking Voss was on.
No, you were right the first time.
Oh, it is too, yeah.
If they can really move the footy quick like that with Voss and Wells,
Yeah.
they're going to be very, very dangerous.
Yep. In he comes. Makes no mistake. Does Nathan Voss. Kicks his second for the afternoon. And kicks Cooey-Rup's third. Just spot on, Jamie. And that now on the TradeLink Wonthaggi scoreboard will take the Cooey-Rup side onto 3-1-19. Geez, they're very slow though. I'll tell you what, they're slower. 3-1-19 Cooey-Rup. Trail Inverloch 3-6-24. Not only are they slow,
That 6 is very hard to read.
digital on the scoreboard is terrible.
We're going to make a mistake there at some point, you'd reckon. As the ball's back in the centre of Coralina Reserve here. Into the air it goes. It was a knock by Cunningham there, birding it, coming out there to Toussaint. He's been busy this quarter. Beatty Powell now with it for the Sea Eagles. Another little handball into space, and running onto it there is Wyatt. They're inside 50 now, kicking towards the top of the square. But a good defensive mark there for the Demons.
Right in the back pocket for Cooey-Rup. We've gone 5.5 minutes, second quarter. He goes up the outer side, probably interfered with but not paid. Was the Inverloch player, gets it off to Beatty Powell, quickly onto the left foot, sets it up high, but it's taken the mark actually. And that was a very good mark in the end, was Tristan Van Driel, right in the pocket under the scoreboard. Probably should have done better than was Brody Yatt.
So he should have killed the footy then.
Yeah, and this is going to be a hard kick though, Van Driel. He's a right footer, he's on the wrong side for a right footer, and his hand's right in his gun. The check side, he's let fly, he's hit the post. And that's a behind. To the Inverloch side, that'll take them on to 3-7-25. They lead Cooey-Rup 3-1-19. We've gone 6.5 minutes, second quarter on the TradeLink Wonthaggi scoreboard.
Just keep an eye for Yap there if he should have killed the footy in that contest. The coach is already giving him a stern talking to at quarter time as they bring it out now. On the left, out towards centre wing they go. They fly. Cusack marks above his head, uncontested there. Just read it better than the others for the Sea Eagles. He's going to send it back from where it came, just inside 50, boundary side. Oh, hitting the contest late there was White. The umpires found a free kick. It'll go to Cooey-Rup. Right on the boundary, defensive 50. It's Gibson. Goes short towards half back there. Casey was in there, but he couldn't run out. But the umpire's going to ball this one up. Right on the tip of the square here. On the outer side of the ground, 25 plays 19 on the 3MFM TradeLink Wonthaggi scoreboard.
Connolly wins it, tap, but Reid wins it for the Inverloch side. Hurried kick, outer side now. Looks like Miller, that's all wrapped up, the captain of Cooey-Rup. And that's not going anywhere, and the umpire should ball that up, but it finally, it bobs out to Reid, who gets a hurried right foot kick in. Looking for Gibbons, he can't take the mark, kicked off the ground now, it's all Cooey-Rup. And they'll just see that over the line. That's the point. And that, another behind, will take them on to 3-8-27. That scoreboard has gone haywire. Cooey-Rup 3-1-19.
Gee, could the goal umpire have got any closer to that?
It went through his legs.
He wasn't going to make a mistake, that's for sure. As the Demons bring it back into play. That's a long kick. It's getting close towards the centre of the ground. Couldn't take the mark there, Voss. But able to butter up quickly, but turned over. The Sea Eagles have got it again, trying to bring it inside their forward 50. Scott was there, he couldn't get it. It's a turnover, it's coming out towards centre wing. Lovely mark there, that time by Collins for Cooey Rupp. Plays on straight away, gets it across to Voss. Nice handball. This is attacking footy, just really carving it up from inside 50 there. It's Matthew Voss. He's had a shot at goal and hit the right hand post, one behind there. Gee, they linked up all right that time, Jamie.
Yeah, linked up very well. Great mark by Collins there at centre half forward, and then really moved the play quickly in the two Voss brothers.
Yeah, it was good play by Luke Walker again off half-back for the Cooey Rupp side. He just stops everything and then delivers so well. Kilsby will bring this in for the Inverloch side. He's going to go straight up the middle towards half-forward, looking for Cusack. He can't take the mark. Ball comes to the front of the pack. Tossant's there for Inverloch. He bobbed and fumbled, and they're going to pay that as incorrect disposal. And the free kick without a Muratore. He gives quick hands off to the boy there in Joel Gibson, who's been good. Short left foot to Matthew Voss. He's tackled. That'll be holding the ball. Looks like Dylan Clark. Good tackle. Gives it off quickly to Reid. Reid now. No, the umpire's going to come back and say Dylan Clark needs to take that free kick. Didn't pay the advantage. Clark at centre half back. Comes to the commentary side of the ground looking for Toussaint. He goes up. Shem Hawking comes to the front of the pack. He can't take it. Camerano for Cooey Rupp. Quick hands off. Gives it off to a teammate, but that's going to beat everyone over the line and take it away from the land. Cooey Rupp will have a boundary throw in centre wing position. We have now gone on the Tradelink Wonthaggi scoreboard, nearly 10 minutes, 6-point lead to the Inverloch side.
Boundary umpire prepares to bring it back in front of a good crowd. Certainly not as sunny and bright as it was earlier on. Connolly doing his best there. He's going to be tired at the end of the day. Comes back to him there, wasn't able to use it properly. Hawking there. It's onto his boots, bit of a chaos kick forward. Just out of my line of sight there, Brad.
And the big fella Callum Cusack for Inverloch takes that over the boundary line. And we'll have a boundary throw in, as it was in the same spot about 15 seconds ago. Big Callum Cusack, who we spoke about in the pre-game, has started well. He's in the ruck. He's been very good so far for the Inverloch side. He'll do battle with Connolly here. In it comes, both holding each other's jumper. Cusack was able to get his hand to the ball. They're all in over it. And Nick Crowd for Cooey Rupp is the boy with the ball in his hands. The umpire says you're not getting out of there. And we'll have a ball up, centre wing position.
Up they go. Cusack probably gets his hand to it, but ends up going to ground. So Eagles coming out here. They've got some numbers around this one if they're good enough. McGocken, is it? No, it's Hawking. As they're going forward again, the Eagles. There's players everywhere. Sheen couldn't get his hands on it straight away. Little toe poke off the ground that time from Voss. It just bounces to the left-hand side of the post there. That would have been a spectacular goal.
Would have been the Wonthaggi club goal of the day.
Well, could have been, but I don't think we have point of the day, do we?
No, we don't. And Inverloch will bring the ball back into play now. And it's going to come through the agency across. He's been good on the boy from Cooey Rupp in Wells. He goes to the outer side. Voss can't take the mark. Comes to the ground now. Big McCorn gives it off out the backside to Casey. Casey with a high kick towards the wing and beats all players out over the boundary line.
He had a bit of time there, Casey, for that kick too, Jamie. He probably panicked a little bit.
Yeah, he just blazed away, didn't he?
Yeah.
The Inverloch's ability to get the ball out of the stoppage is just incredible, the way they've used their handball.
Just haven't put the score on the board, have they?
No.
They're 5 points up. They probably should be a long way in front right now.
Boundary throw in. Centre wing position on the outer side of the ground. Nice big high throw in as Connolly and Cusack. No one really gets a decisive tap there, but Purcell roves to it for the Sea Eagles and gets his boot into it. A high kick out towards half forward. No one takes the mark. There's a little chaos kick back to the centre wing position there. Giving chase in there was Dan Reid. He couldn't pick it up. And Voss was there as well, couldn't get it. Comes out to Cusack. There's a whistle on play. And yeah, it's an Inverloch free kick. Can't make out who that is, Brad.
So, on the outer side, very hard to see, but I think it's
Purcell. Yeah, the bean pole. He goes on his right up towards half forward. No one can take the mark there. Comes to ground, but Cusack overruns it. One hand won't do it. That's the Demons got a chance to carry it forward now. Couldn't pick it up on the half volley type that time, Voss, but a good second effort. Remained in the contest. It comes out wide here now to, is it Reid again? Can't see it. There's plenty of traffic around this contest, but they've blocked it in at half forward here for the Demons, and the umpire's going to throw the ball in the air.
And we'll have another stoppage, been plenty of these, and there will be for the rest of the day, particularly when that rain comes in. Mitch Collins has been led under the ball. Quick hands out now to McCorn. He might have kicked out on the full. And yeah, oh, he's paid deliberate. Didn't go on the full, but the umpire said deliberate. So Luke Walker will take the resultant free kick for Cooey-Rup. He doesn't muck around. He goes forward really quickly. Oh, Voss over the back. Read that better than everyone. Then he gets onto the left foot looking for the big fella in Sheen. And Sheen takes the mark. Oh, he was going to handball that off. Mate, when you're 20 out in front and you kick the ball like you do, don't handball it to anyone. Go back and kick the goal.
Can, but you'd want to be real sure. And I think that's what went through his mind there, and decided not to lay the handball, the big fella. And he's there for one reason, to do exactly what he did there from the top of the square, just lead out. And too strong in the air. And you boys have wrapped him up as a good kick during the early part of this call. And I've seen him before, so I know he can as well. Just jacked it through. But straight as a die it is. And through it goes for goal number 3 for Cooey-Rup. Goal number 4, in fact it is. And the second for the afternoon for Darren Sheen. And they're remaining competitive on the scoreboard. You've got to say, Inverloch 3-9. Is it 3?
It's very hard to tell.
26, I can't say that.
They've really got troubles with that. It says 3-3 and it's not 3-3. It's 3-8-26 Inverloch.
Yeah,
it's Cooey-Rup 4-3-27.
It is too.
We might have a little math master class at half time.
We'll have to work that on the TradeLink 130 scoreboard.
They're away again, Cooey-Rup going through the middle. Oh, good tackle, Collins. No, that was, again, Joel Gibson. He's hard work, but that was Collins. And that time it was David Collins. Gibson looked very similar. Up it goes. Connolly and McCorn. Connolly wins the tap. Comes out on the outside to Galanty. He's all wrapped up by the big ruckman in McCorn, and they'll do it all again. We're still in the centre square, about 65, 70 around from the Cooey-Rup goal.
Another one here, the Cooey-Rup would be handy, you'd think, as no one really gets a decisive tap there. McGowan was trying to pick it up and couldn't do so. Little handball out from Purcell from the Seagulls into space. And running after it now is Lockie Scott and Jason Wells for the Demons as well. No one can pick it up there. We're centre wing position here, and another pack forms on it. And that might be the leading stat for the afternoon, Jamie. Stoppages at the moment.
It's just whoever's going to be hard in the contest and win those stoppages is going to be the winner today, I think.
Well, it's almost like they've set themselves that it's going to be wet. It's not wet out there at the moment. It's still dry weather footy, but they might have to turn the lights on shortly as that kick comes in towards half forward for Cooey-Rup. No one taking the mark there, trying to bowl through. There was Camerano. He couldn't get it. Oh, on the right, Voss. A little snapshot, pick it up off one step, 30 metres out. And he's kicked his third goal for the afternoon. And something might need to be done about the young boy. He's you don't want him with his hands. If you're a defender for Inverloch, you don't want him getting his hands on the footy when near goal, because he knows where they are. That was a terrific little snapshot there from Nathan Voss. His third and Cooey-Rup's fifth, and they increased their lead 5-3, 33 to 8-26 on the 3MFM TradeLink 130 scoreboard.
16 and a half minutes gone into the second quarter, and Cooey-Rup now enjoy a 7-point lead. They've made the most of their opportunities. 8 shots at goal to 11, but they find themselves in front. Up it goes. Connolly wins the tap. Walker's there. He's held when not in possession, and he'll take the free kick. That time it was against Van Driel. Walker on the left foot now will send them inside 50. Does it so quickly and finds Mitch Collins. All of a sudden, they are causing a lot of headaches, Jamie Can, forward.
Geez, Walker's brilliant ball use, isn't it? He's just put it out in front and let him run onto it. And they get a few headaches. Inverloch up forward.
He's taking a couple of important marks too, as Mitch Collins from 55 metres. He sets it on its way, and it drifts off to the right hand side. In fact, it's missed a lot. It's out of bounds on the full, right beside the behind post, and Stuart Kilsby's going to bring it back into play for the Sea Eagles. So they're zoning off here. The Demons, he brings it in, commentary side of the ground, they high, no one can take the mark. Collins was there, McGowan, he shoots a little handball, puts a teammate in trouble. Toussaint's good enough to pick it up and move it forward again. Picking up there is Casey, forward they go, probably could have done better with that, it's on the ground. Great defensive pressure there from the Demons, and there's a turnover here. They'll have a free kick at half-back.
Yeah, and the free kick recipient will be David Collins. The Collins boys have been very good for Kiwi Rup early, Jamie.
Yeah, just their grunt around the contest is very, very good, and playing a good first half of footy.
Collins gives a quick hands off to Luke Walker, and why wouldn't you? The way he uses the ball, he gets it inside 50. Diving was Wells, couldn't take the mark. Comes onto the outside now. Players conversion all over it. Comes out to the outside to Casey. Hurried kick for Inverloch on the outside from Casey, finding his captain in Wyatt. Wyatt now quickly plays on, chips that up. That's going to go out too. And is that on the full? It is. And Tim Miller will take the result free kick. Kiwi Rup playing on quickly again as they have done most of the time. Good kick right onto the boundary line, but he's found his teammate Luke McMaster. And McMaster takes the mark in front of Rankin.
McMaster, they just can't get it out. Inverloch at the moment. It's coming back in again, shooting the target on his chest. Marks 30 metres from goal, boundary side. And you can imagine he'd go back and have a crack at this one.
It's a difficult one.
He is scanning. Watch his eyes there with the glasses, Sheen. He's scanning, but can't find a pass here, so he's going to have to take the shot, boundary side. So it's an acute angle. He's about 30 metres from goal on his right. Didn't get all of that at all, just drops it in the top of the square. Collins flies, tries to take the mark. Opportunity here for the Seagulls to get it out if they're good enough. They can't. It's picked up that time by Galante. He has a snap at goal for the Demons and misses the lot to the right hand side, out of bounds on the full. It'd be a free kick for the Seagulls.
Geez, they're looking dangerous up forward, aren't they, Brad?
They are. And you know, the damning thing is, Wells isn't. When he does start to look dangerous.
Yeah. It's just another one they're going to take care of.
That's it. I've just thought the Collins boys there, you're right, you're spot on, Jamie. They are very dangerous up forward in the lot. To bring the ball back into play through Kilsby. He's going to come right in front of the Wonthaggi Removals commentary box, sits it up high. The big fella there for Inverloch was Cunningham, he couldn't take the mark, comes to ground. Beatty Powell's in there, fighting hard. He's wrapped up. Very, very strongly there by Joel Gibson. Sorry, it was the boy in Eels. No, it was Gibson.
Umpire just telling Gibson to relax a little bit.
They do. Gibson and Collins, and up it goes. Mitch Collins is going to do the ruck against Cusack. Cusack won the tap, but Collins wins the free kick. Mitchell Collins, right on the point of the centre square, half forward. He's going to go inside 50 quickly, looking for Sheen. Oh, well done by the Inverloch defence there, and coming out meeting it was Eels. Comes to the outside of the boundary now. It's Voss. He's tackled. Can't win the ball. Quick tap out. Goes towards the boy there in McMaster, and he takes the ball over the boundary line, 60 out from the Kiwi Rup goal.
Jamie, the Seagulls just cannot get it past the centre of the ground at the moment. Last 10 minutes, they've really been in control of Demons.
And just that pressure too, Kiwi Rup, they're really hunting the man.
Bringing it back into play was Cunningham trying to do battle with Connolly. No one really gets it there. A little chaos kick in, and it's Rankin marking in defence for Inverloch. And it's pretty flat out there. Got that signal from Dan Eddy a little early, going down the line there with a bit of a helicopter kick. The target was Purcell. He couldn't mark it. It's on the ground, in close to the boundary line there. Camerano there for the Demons, but he couldn't get it either. And it will go out of bounds, probably exactly where the last throw-in was about 30 seconds ago. It's 26 plays 33. We're at the 21.5 minute mark, the second quarter of this elimination final. Kiwi Rup are in the lead.
Here it comes, Cusack and Collins to do battle. Cusack probably got his hand to that first. Comes out to Gibson, been good. Goes to Connolly, comes back to Gibson. Then he goes to the outside. Now they're going to come back in through the centre through Timmy Miller. Doesn't reach him. He taps it out looking for his teammate in Harding. He fumbles. They're in trouble here. They just need to clean it up. But now Inverloch are away through to Sont. Goes towards goal, and it's taken over by Jarvis Pryor. It was Brad Harding, and we'll have a resultant kick in after the behind.
Just waited for the ball there, Tim Miller. He should have really attacked it a bit harder.
Well, if you're going to switch play, you've got to hit targets. Otherwise, you can make a real mess. And they got pretty lucky there in the end. The kick coming back in towards the centre wing position. There from behind, Purcell trying to do battle with his opponent, but gets a hand to it. He puts it over the boundary line. Outer side of the ground. It's 27 plays 33.
about time for the jackets to come on.
Yeah, it's not. There might be time to put the lights on at some point. It is getting quite dark here at Coralline Football Ground. Waiting for the boundary umpire to bring that football back in here. And we have it now as the ball spins back into play. It's Connolly. Probably got the right position there. Pushed his opponent under it there. Little kick forward that time by Collins. Didn't go to anywhere in particular. And Kilsby clears for the Seagulls out to centre wing. Lovely mark there by Van Driel. He'll go forward.
Dan Eddy said it's been a bit of a sprinkler of rain.
Good. Stay dry. We will in here, Dan, in the Wonthaggi Removals commentary box. Good mark to Harding. Kui Rupp, defensive half, right under the scoreboard. Gives it off to Muratore. Goes inside. Nice kick and finds his teammate in Camerano. We go to the outer side. Kick's not good. Shem Hawkins there for the Inverloch side. Shem Hawkins on the left foot. And just touched on the line, I feel. And it is.
It's a goal.
Oh, it's a goal. It's got through. Has that got through? The umpire's going to confer with the goal umpire.
Well, we can't go to the video.
No, he's asking. He might. I reckon.
Saw his arms just about to come up, so
I reckon Gibbons might have a free kick or a mark here. Now the boundary umpire's in on it with the goal and the field. Shem Hawking got it on the left foot, touched on the line. I thought it was. So they're going to pay the behind. They'll be behind to Inverloch. That'll take them on to 3-9-27. They trailed Kui Rupp 5-3-33. That's on your TradeLink Wonthaggi scoreboard.
Muratore to bring the ball back into play for the Demons. They've just had a bit of a lapse in the last couple of minutes, allowed their opponents back into the game. He goes out wide. The target there was Voss. He couldn't take the mark, and straight away in there Van Driel. He puts it back in towards the goal area there. Oh, trying to juggle the mark, but couldn't get it over the line there. Might have been Eels. I can't quite see from here, but through for another rush behind.
Yeah,
it was Marnie.
the reason why they've got it in their forward half now, Inverloch, is Kui Rupp tried to switch twice and they turned the ball over.
Well, as I said before, if you want to switch, you've got to hit a target.
Yeah.
No substitute for that.
Muratore brings it in straight up the line, up the middle. He finds his teammate in Gibson, but he was really hit hard by Daniel Reid. Paid the mark or the free kick. And Joel Gibson on the left foot, up the line, centre wing position. Sits that up! That's a contender. Mitchie Collins for the Sinbrad Media mark of the day. Now they go inside 50. Now here, Jason Wells went before he got it. But that's the stuff that he does. Shem Hawkins mops up for the Inverloch side on the left foot. Finds his teammate Lockie Scott. Quick hands out to Reid. Reid in turn gives it off to Callum Beattie. Callum Beattie sends Inverloch inside 50 on the left foot. The Inverloch Kui Rupp player was all wrapped up with the ball. He's paid holding the ball, and it's gone against Troy Dolan for the Kui Rupp side, and it's gone to Marnie. Marnie quickly sets sail with the left foot. Goes to the right, and it's going to beat everyone out over the line. We'll have a boundary throw-in, 15 around from the Inverloch goal.
Yeah, they're certainly coming back into this game, Jamie, the Sea Eagles in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, just a few forward thrusts there, and if they could have had a kick the goal or two, they'd be right in the game. But bad kicking, 3-11 to 5-3.
Yeah, you feel like it might cost them at some point. 3-11's too many behinds. Just waiting the ball from back under a car. A classic, quintessential country footy game here. Hundreds of cars around the boundary line here. That means it goes under them sometimes. The boundary umpire brings it back into play. We're deep into attack for Inverloch here. Little handball over the top. Oh, Muratore for the Deems is going to defend well. Nice little link up in the handball that time. And they bring it out of trouble right towards half forward. Sheen the target. Couldn't hold the mark. It was a decent spoil. Turnover. Clark's handball spoiled again. The Inverloch defence is under a fair bit of pressure. And a free kick. There's a free kick to Kui Rupp.
He's paid that against Clark for dragging it back in and not getting the ball out.
Give a Shayak in there. There could have been a free kick, or a 50 metre, not paid on that occasion. Oh, it went tight to be a bit too cute, turn it over, and the Eagles will bring it out of trouble.
And it was McCall that took the mark, goes out to the outside, but no one there. He was looking for Clark, but it was Miller for Kui Rupp that's taken the mark. He's found Wells. Now this will be dangerous. Wells quickly plays on, sits it up towards the big fella in Sheen. He can't get to it. They're all at the front. It's cross for the Inverloch side. Goes towards half back and finds a teammate on the outer side, and that's Lockie Scott. Scott now waiting. He'll go up the line. Just try to kill some time. Looking for the big fella. Oh, geez, that's a terrible kick in the end, Jamie. He's gone straight to the Kiwi Rup play. Oh, he's called the play on. And Big Gibbons has tackled the Kiwi Rup play. That's a second free kick against him. Gibbons, quick left foot inside 50. Coming out was Yap. He fell over the ball, couldn't take it. They're all falling in over it now. It's quickly come out to Tassant. He's had a snap at goal but missed everything and out of bounds. So just a lot of errors there, Jamie.
Yeah, geez, they've had a lot of chances in those last five or so minutes. The coach would, Tom McQuaid would be a bit upset about this.
I think both coaches could be a little frustrated at the moment as Connolly gets first use from that boundary throw, and there's the siren. Just 28 and a half minutes of that chaos in the second quarter. 3:11:29. Inverloch Congwack, and they trail Kiwi Rup 5-3-33 on the 3MFM Tradelling Wonthaggi scoreboard. I'll run through quickly. Try and stay out of the rain. Light rain falling here as we are underway for the third quarter of this elimination final. It's Kiwi Rup with first use of it. Coming out Walker on his left again. It's a high kick in towards half forward. No one can take the mark. Camerano was there. Another one forward again. Kiwi Rup going forward. Voss the target. He's done well enough to get his hand on it. A little chip kick forward, but a turnover coming out is Rankin from the Sea Eagles.
Rankin goes onto the left foot, gets it up towards the wing. Quick hands out. Collins is there for the Kiwi Rup side. He's wrapped up. Umpire says, I'll bounce that down. Good tackle from Jarvis Pryor for Inverloch. It's going to be big Connolly again in the ruck, as he has been most of the first half. Gets it out to Collins. Hurry kick towards the boundary line. Looks like that might beat all players out over, including Darren Reid, and it does. And we'll have another boundary throw in around 40 around from the Inverloch goal. Kiwi Rup goal, in fact.
It is. They've started moving the footy fairly well in a tight corner here. They are moving back to stay out of the rain. The umpire brings it back in. Kiwi Rup with the footy. Chain of handballs backwards. Connolly. Little kick in towards forward there. Voss with one hand. Couldn't get it done. A little kick around his the corner from McMaster towards goal there. And mark right on the line. Was it, or did it go through from behind? No, it's a mark to Inverloch. Right in the last line of defence there. It might be Kilsby. He'll go to the outer side of the ground. Good contest there. Couldn't take the mark. Casey ball to ground and out of bounds it goes. About 55-60 metres around from the Kiwi Rup goal. No change to the score. 29 plays 33 on the 3MFM Tradelling Wonthaggi scoreboard.
McCorn and Connolly will do battle, and it is getting very dark here. McCorn grabs it out of the ruck, gets it out the back to Son. He has his kick smothered. Collins is in there, gives it off to Walker. Umpire pulls a free kick out of it, and that will go, looks like, to Son. He takes the free kick, lowers eyes. Nice little short kick up along the wing on the boundary. Timmy Miller manning the mark very well, very disciplined for the Kiwi Rup side. The captain, Inverloch, go up towards half forward. Oh, gee. That was the boy in crowd that just double punched the ball. I hate that, Jamie Can. When you get two hands to it, mark it.
Yeah, should have just marked it then. Went back.
Not sure what goes on in people's minds there. With it. As you say, Brad, you get two to it. The umpire puts the ball in the air. Connolly's worked hard all day. A double knockout there, but not to the advantage of his teammates. The ball on the ground. Oh, coming out there, a little hand pass to Voss. He rushes that one, but it's a big spiral in towards half forward. No one can take the mark now. Running onto it, Hetherington. He's got a little bit of space, but he's caught that time by his opponent in the end. In Hawking comes to ground. A little chip out there, the back there to Wells. He's got a snap at goal. You could see the wind get a hold of that as it flew in the air and missed to the right hand side. One behind there to Kiwi Rup. They extend their lead.
Good work by Wells. He got knocked down in the contest, but he got straight back up and shot on goal, just missed.
I was just about to say, Jamie, the Cross has done a good job on him, and he did do a good job then in the contest, and then Wells just got a metre on him, didn't he? Inverloch bring the ball back into play, looking for big Cusack. He can't take the mark, comes to the front from McCorn. Player wrapped up there in the tackle for Inverloch is Purcell. The umpire says, you're not getting away. We'll bounce this down just inside the centre square. Around about 65-70 around from the Kiwi Rup goal. Collins wins a tap. All wrapped up again. We'll have another stoppage, and this will be the order of the day in the second half. That was David Collins, and it's Mitch Collins in the ruck. It's won by Callum at the back. Comes out to McCorn. McCorn hurried kick, and he goes as far as Tim Miller for Kiwi Rupp. Miller now, the captain. Kiwi Rupp, he'll use the left foot. He doesn't know where to go. Now he's just going to go long and high. Why wouldn't you when you've got some big fellas and big timber up there? Comes to the front of the pack. Quick hands out. Now it's Reed. Umpire pulls a free kick, then pays the advantage. Reed finds Shem Hawking, and Shem Hawking will send Inverloch into attack.
Well, they go into inside 50. Couldn't hold the mark there, Van Driel. It comes to ground. On his left, Clark in towards the top of the square. Marnie was the target. It's knocked to ground, giving chase there, Gibbons, but the boundary line beats him. And the first opportunity, their first inside 50 for the quarter, Inverloch Conwack. They couldn't convert. They haven't yet. 34 plays 29, a 5-point ball game here. We've travelled nearly 5 minutes into the third quarter of this elimination final as the boundary umpire spins it back into play. Plenty of going on around the pack there. Clark on his left, a little snap, it gets to the line. Carried over by Troy Doolan in defence.
Some of the cars got their headlights on now. They think it's that dark.
Well, perhaps sending a message to the ground manager here to turn the lights on. It is very dark.
And they'll bring the ball back into play. Kiwi Rupp go to the outer side. Packer players, no one can mark it. Comes to the back. Rankin's there for the Inverloch side, and so is his teammate in Kilsby. It spills out to Reed. Reed has his kick smothered by Camerano. Then there's a hurried kick forward from McCorn. But it's all Kiwi Rupp, and that'll be Muratore that will take the defensive mark. Clark mans the mark. Again, I would say he'll go long and high up the line, as he does. Nice high kick, Muratore being good. Sits it up, good mark. And that's Voss, Nathan Voss. Real contender for the San Remo Hotel Motel player of the day at the moment. They go forward, sits it up. Oh, that's Courage backing back. Was the boy for Inverloch and Casey. He was met solidly, couldn't win it. Rankin's there for Inverloch. Ball goes over the boundary line. Umpire says throw it in. We're around 70 around from the Kiwi Rupp goal, and Jamie Can. It's as black as a dog's guts.
Jeez, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Umpire brings it back in. Collins just falling over, gives it a little bit of a slap, picked up by Harding there for the Sea Eagles, roving it off, but couldn't get away. And we're right on the 50-metre line here for Kiwi Rupp, and the umpire's going to ball it up again. Record number of stoppages in this game so far, and we've travelled beyond 5 minutes of the first quarter. Cusack up, got underneath that one. He's not going to get it done. The ball to ground again. Umpire certainly getting plenty of value out of his whistle today, and blows for another ball up here just inside the forward 50 for Kiwi Rupp.
And it's a 4-point lead to Kiwi Rupp. 7 minutes gone. Up it goes. Comes out to Cusack, being good. Handball on the outside, but it's Voss. That's Matthew on the right foot. And playing in front is Darren Sheen. He takes the mark. He's only about 25 out. 45-degree angle, but I don't think the big fella will have any problem whatsoever with this one.
I think distance might be his trouble here, Jamie.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it'll trouble him. It just goes to show that stoppage in their front half, being in front as a forward, if you're in front on days like today, you get a chance like this.
Sheen has 2. And I've got a theory, he stays close to home because his kick's not as long as it used to be. He gets this one on its way. Distance won't be the worry, but accuracy was, and he's missed to the right-hand side.
Just seem to poke at it.
Yeah. And some of the real good forwards do that when they're closer. They poke instead of kicking through it.
Try to let the wind do it for him.
Yeah.
It's 3:12, plays 5-5. It's a 5-point lead to the Demons here. 7, nearly 8 gone. Third quarter of this elimination final coming back into play here. White takes the mark at half back for the Sea Eagles. He's going to go down the line, centre wing position. Clark was the target. Just overshoots him a little bit, but Marnie was good enough to chip in there on top of it. He's collared. We're close to the boundary line here. Keep fighting for it there. Muratore was there. But again, tackled and taken over the line. The boundary umpire will ball this one in the true centre wing position on the outer side of Coralline football ground.
In it comes Connolly for Kiwi Rupp. And Cunningham comes out now. They're away. Inverloch Conwack taking a bounce was Toussaint, didn't come back to him. Goes forward, Gibbons is there, he can't take it. Comes back to Toussaint, gets a hurried kick onto the right foot. Timmy Miller's there for the Cooey-Rup side. I think he'll be happy to take this over the boundary line. Actually disguises the handball into Nathan Voss and it ends up over the boundary line. And we'll have the boundary throw in. Only about 35-40 metres around in the pocket from the Inverloch Conwack goal.
Dylan Clark's a really important play for Inverloch, and I reckon Muratore's done a really good job on Clark at the moment. He's kept him to limited disposals, and if he keeps that going, he's got a long way out to winning this game.
Connolly and Gibbons, sorry, comes to the outside, all wrapped up. It's Cooey-Rup, and it looked like that might have been Wells at the bottom of the pack as he picks himself up. In fact, it was Miller.
Well, it was a ball up here. We're only probably 40 metres from the Inverloch Conwack goal, and no one really gets that tap. Coming out there on the left, a kick was complete fresh air. The first one coming out the second one. Collins marks defensive side of centre wing for the Demons. Goes long down the line. Sheen a long way from home, leads his opponent to the footy, picks it up on the bounce, fires off a little handball to Voss. He's got a little worm burner along the boundary line. I think the target might have been McMaster, but couldn't get it to him. And the Sea Eagles are going to bring it out here to a chain of handballs, including Toussaint. Back out towards centre wing. Flying up there, might have been Proud. He couldn't get to it. It's on the ground. The Demons with a chance to get it out again. This is Tim Miller. He chips it in inboard slightly, and Luke Walker, who's had a terrific afternoon, takes the mark.
Luke Walker on the trusty left foot goes high, looking for the big fella in Sheen, who comes out and takes a contender for the Sinbrad Media Mark of the day. Working hard up the ground now, Sheen, which is really good for the Cooey-Rup side. They'll probably use Wells running back in. Sheen sits that one up, not a great kick, floats Voss, that's Matthew, gets his fist to the ball, out towards the boundary line. McMaster's there for Cooey-Rup, but the ball beats him out and over. And we'll have a boundary throw in, nearly 11 minutes gone on the Tradelink Wonthaggi scoreboard, 5-point lead to Cooey-Rup.
It is. Go on, sorry Jamie, go on mate.
Really important play, Sheen. If Cooey-Rup are going to win this game, he's the important key to this side.
Whistle on play there from that throw in as the field umpires awarded the free kick. It's gone to Collins. It is. Big Collins might be too far out to score, just outside the 50, lowers the eyes and hits up McMaster in front of his eyes, just leading ahead of his opponent there. McMaster's marked the ball in front of the scoreboard there, boundary side here at Coralyn, probably 35 metres from goal. So the distance probably won't be the issue, but he's going to have to thread the eye of a needle here from the boundary line. Luke McMaster hasn't scored one today so far and misses that one completely out of bounds on the full on the near side. Didn't really give it a chance. No change to the score. 11 and a half gone. 35 plays 30.
Really want to be leading at this time right now because that rain is coming in. They're big drops and it is going to get heavy. Kick up along the wing. Voss can't mark it. Comes to ground. Comes out the back to Muratore. Little right foot chip kick, but it's marked by Corey Casey for Inverloch, just chipping in. He'll go back up to where it came from. Sits the ball up, coming out and meeting it is Gibbons. Quickly plays on. Kick isn't great, sits it up in the air, and just Cooey-Rup just being able to back is Galandi. Galandi now transfers play to the outer wing. Has Voss, that's Matthew. Matthew Voss now onto the right leg, goes inside to Walker. Walker, who's got a beautiful left foot. Look out, this could be dangerous. Set sail for home. Shem Hawkins there for Inverloch. He's pushed in the back by Nathan Voss. Umpire says no. Boundary throw in, 20 around from the Inverloch goal. A Cooey-Rup goal.
Gee, he wanted his left foot there too, didn't he, Walker? He worked hard to get to it, but couldn't execute properly with the kick there. I thought he was in scoring range.
He's pushed a little bit too far.
Just striving for that extra distance as the boundary umpire brings it back into play. Deep into attack for Cooey-Rup here. A lot of traffic around this footy. Oh, a little one along the ground there. And touched off the boot. It was Camarano, I should say, on his left. A little dribble kick that touched and through for one behind. They're pretty quick to bring it back in. Kilsby does so into my little dead pocket where I can't see it. It looks like it's Casey with the footy for the Sea Eagles. He goes down the line. Pavilion side of the ground, no one can take the mark. Just a big toe poke off the ground there. Gibbons goes to ground. It was good enough to drag the footy in. Shoots a little handball off wide boundary side. And over it goes, centre wing position, broadcast side of the ground. And it'll be thrown in.
It's getting nice now, Jamie. Timmy Miller brings it in for Cooey-Rup. Floating left foot, goes over the back of the pack. Voss is there, he can't collect it. Back now, Inverloch Conwack to Reed, he can't take the mark. This ball will beat players out over the boundary. No, Collins is there, that's David. Ends up being rushed over by the captain. And we'll have another boundary throw in, right in front of the Inverloch coach's box. We have now gone in the third quarter, 14 minutes. 6-point lead to Kiwi Rup. That could be very handy in the next 10 minutes.
Home still feels pretty flat here, and the weather's going to change it again. This is do or die there as Walker grabs it in his tackle. There's a whistle on play, and Gibbons with the free kick at half back. He goes long. It wasn't Gibbons because he's in this pack to mark the foot. He couldn't. Had plenty of opponents there. Just coming out there to wire. He puts it over the top, but misguided. Dropped what he could have taken there, Miller. In fact, it might not have travelled the required distance. He wasn't able to get rid of it after that, Miller. In the long sleeves this quarter, I don't think he had those in the first half, did he?
No.
And a ball up just outside the 50. Knocked forward by Connolly again. Eagles with the numbers around this. Was Rankin, couldn't get it. Coming back out there to McGawn. He kicks inside 50 for the Sea Eagles. The ball hits the ground at the back of the pack there. Running onto it was Yap. He's been under pressure today, but he does the right thing there and rushes it through from behind.
Kiwi Rup putting the ball back into play now. And it'll be Muratore. And it comes in quite heavily now. Muratore goes to the outer side. Just half kicks that, sits it up on the lead. Was Voss, couldn't take it. Comes out the outside to Proud. Proud has Matthew Voss. He toe pokes it to Nathan Voss. Picks it up. Tackle. Flicks it out. Back out to Matthew Voss, who hurriedly gets it forward on the right leg. Kicked off the ground smartly now. Kiwi Rup, and luck to fortune, Darren Sheen just slides in off a kick off the ground, marks that. It's probably about 30 out right on the boundary in front of the scoreboard. Take a good kick this one with a heavy ball. But Jamie, if he does, that's 2 goals in this weather.
It will be very hard for Inverloch in this weather if he jags this one. Very smart play by Wells just to get it off the deck quickly and landed in Sheen's chest.
Big Darren Sheen from the boundary line from about 30 metres. He's got 2 for the afternoon so far, and he gets this one on its way. Boundary umpire doesn't like it. I think he's missed to the near side and through for 1 behind. They extend their lead, though. Kiwi Rup 5-7-37, leading Inverloch 3-13-31 on the 3MFM Tradelink Wonthaggi scoreboard. And we're just waiting on the footy to be given back in there to Stuart Kilsby to bring it back into play. A 6-point lead, just a 1 goal of difference. It doesn't sound like a lot, but as conditions deteriorate here, I notice they've turned the lights on here at Coralin, which is a good idea as Kilsby brings the ball back into play. Big pack forming under this one. No one can take the mark. The ball's getting pretty greasy. Out to Beatty Powell. He's collared before he can get his kick away. But going forward again, that's time for Kiwi Rup. Into the pack there. It was Voss across his body with the right. And he's kicked a goal. Just ever the opportunist, and Nathan Voss has just kicked his 4th goal for the afternoon. Not bad for a fella with a crook back at half time, boys, it's got to be said. And Kiwi Rup increased their lead in this inclement weather. I think that takes their lead out to, well, quite a bit. 3-13-31 Inverloch Conwack, and they trail Kiwi Rup 6-7-43. We've travelled 12 and a half minutes into the third quarter of this elimination final on the 3MFM Tradelink Wonthaggi scoreboard.
Kenny Collins, you'd be happy with that goal.
Wind and rain coming in. If you haven't got a vehicle from SG Off-Road from Leongatha and Wonthaggi, you might be bogged before this game is finished. We have another ball up.
I might be one of them.
Yes.
Brad Sinclair, cash for comments.
They're a paying sponsor. Ball up, centre wing position, up it goes. Connolly and McGawn comes forward, quick kick forward now for Inverloch Conwack. But as he has done most of the day, as Jamie said, Muratore doing a good job up back, as has this man. Tim Miller had a lot of it. Goes short along the line, looking for and finding Dave Collins, another good contributor for the Kiwi Rup side. David Collins now, high kick up the wing. Big fella in Mitch Collins, can't take the mark, comes forward now. Handball out to Camerano, he's tackled. Clark picks it up for Inverloch, flicks it out. Oh, but Gibson comes in strong. Now, no one can flick that out cleanly. Comes out the back to David Collins again. Hurried right foot kick, but it's all Inverloch. And that'll be McCorn taking the mark. right on centre wing position.
McCall with the footy for the Sea Eagles now, just trying to stem this flow a little bit, goes long down the line. Finds a teammate there who marks and plays on straight away towards the centre half forward position. Clark the target. Muratore good enough to fly in there and spoil the party. Cody Miller kicks it out of defence there. Finds a teammate in Proud who just throws it onto his left boot and gets it out towards the centre wing position. Here come the Sea Eagles again. Toussaint, little handball in. A mark there at half forward from Van Driel. He's going to drop it towards the top of the square and towards Gibbons. One hand, couldn't take the mark, goes to ground. Good enough to get it back up. A handball away there, but the little snapshot, who did that? It might have been Wyatt, the skipper, but he's missed again to the right hand side. Gee, that was a really important miss, that one. That would have been a handy goal here at the 18-minute mark here. 43 plays 32, and Kiwi Rup looking the goods at the minute, boys.
Certainly are. Muratore plays on. He runs into his own teammate there. Now he gets the high kick outside their defensive 50. Reading it smartly at the back was Casey for Inverloch. He flicks it out, but it's Nathan Voss, probably best on ground for mine at the moment. Gets a right foot kick forward. Now here's Wells. Hasn't done a lot, but this is what he usually does. Something really smart. And I'll tell you what, just missed. Ended up rolling out towards the outer side, but Jamie can. That's what Wells can do.
That's what he does best, and it's geez, how quick did he come onto that ball then?
Yeah, I had the glasses on him and it just come from nowhere. It was like a flash in the night. Dry weather, I reckon he would have kicked the goal, and you just cannot give him an inch as we have a boundary throw in. 10 metres around from the Kiwi Rup goal. Luke Walker out of mid-air, but it sits it straight up in the air. Gibson can't take it. There's Wells again. And we'll have a ball up. In fact, that was Galanti, the tattoos. Up it goes. Ball comes forward. Inverloch Conwack, quick snap out the back. Now Tim Miller has a chance here, but he's missed everything. Long high kick to the left, comes over the back of the pack. Quick kick out by Cusack, and the ball will go out over the boundary line. Crowd asking for free kick. Umpire says no chance. We'll have a boundary throw in. We have gone 21 minutes into this third quarter. 11-point leaders Kiwi Rup on the Tradelink Wonthaggi scoreboard. Boundary throw in. 30 around, 25 around from the goal. Grabbed out of the ruck by Mitch Collins. Oh, look for his brother in David. Matthew Voss tried to kick it off the ground. Didn't get foot to it. Goes to the outer side now, and it's a race on for the ball.
It is a race on for the footy and giving chase. And leading that race at the moment might have been Dolan. He struggled to pick it up. The ball's obviously pretty wet now. Very different conditions to the first half. There's a whistle on play here. Umpires brought that one back. I think it was Tim Miller was trying to get away with moving that one on quickly, but it's got to come back with centre wing on the outer side of the ground here at Coralline Football Reserve. It's a 11-point lead at the moment to Kiwi Rup, and away they go there. Miller, it is, on his left, in towards the forward zone again. They're high. It was over the top there. Wells couldn't take it. The ball dribbles over towards the boundary line and out of bounds. We're about 45 metres around from the Kiwi Rup goal. Another one here would be handy too, Jamie, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure. Geez, Timmy Miller's been really good today, mopping up across half back. Him and Murito have really mopped up well there.
Lights are on here at Coralline's ground. Mitch Collin gets the tap in over the back. No one can win it. Cusack's in there. Comes out to Gibson. Now handball at the back. Quick kick forward looking for Sheen. Comes to the front. Crosses there. Kicked off the ground. Rush behind. Another behind to the Kiwi Rup side. They're just chipping away with behinds at the moment. 6-8-44. They lead Inverloch Conwack with terrible kicking 3-14-32. We've gone 23 minutes into the third quarter. That's on your 3FM Tradelink Wonthaggi scoreboard.
Handy couple of points though.
Oh, again, he scores handy if these conditions continue to deteriorate. Is this actually the same day that we had when I got out of the car this morning? At about 11 or 12 o'clock here. The ball comes back into play. In the van there was McCockney. He couldn't get it. The Sea Eagles have got it on ground. It's a second effort from Clint McCollum. He kicks it out towards centre wing. Because there it is. Tim Miller marks on his chest. Defensive side of centre wing for the Demons. They're in control at the moment. They've had most of it. He's got it on a string at the moment too. And kicks it over to the other defender who's going well. Good switch of play. Muratore goes wide. Collins diving. Marks on his chest. Just outside 50 for the Demons. This is good football from Kiwi Rup.
Candy, that kick of Miller's, how good?
Sensational. And Murato's kick was even better.
Goes long in towards the forward half. No one can take the mark. On the ground it was Voss appealing for a one hand. A little chip kick in towards the top of the square. No one can get it. Oh, a little snap around the corner.
Marsh.
Is it Marsh?
Yeah, Marsh.
Shannon Marsh. I can't see the number from there. 43rd. Oh, it is so dark out there, and there's a 30 out there, which I didn't think.
Yeah, someone's
Shannon
changed.
Marsh.
He's changed his jumper.
He has too. That might have been what it was.
Or no? Oh, okay. I didn't have him in on the list.
No, Shannon Marsh is on the list as a 47. That's what's
Yeah.
confused us there. But what a lovely little snap as he was tackled, falling backwards, kicking across his body from about 10 metres out.
Okay.
His first goal for the afternoon, and they increased their lead now. 50 plays 32 with the 24-minute mark of the third quarter.
So we're changing jumpers at half time now. I've never seen that before. That's just unbelievable. Ball comes forward. Inverloch handball it out to the outer side. It's taken by Callum Beattie-Powell, who gives it off. Now they're away. Quick kick inside 50. Inverloch looking for Big Gibbons. He forces a contest, comes to the front. Clark there, and he's wrapped up by Muratore. The umpire says, I'll bounce that. You're not going to go anywhere. But right now, I reckon I'll throw that, not bounce that in this weather. Getting really dark and very, very wet. 25 minutes gone. 18-point lead. Is that a winning lead? Up it goes. Comes out the back. Quick kick by Callum Beattie-Powell. Smothered. Now, Inverloch Conway again back to Callum Beattie-Powell. Gets a quick kick off the ground. It's a game of soccer at the moment. It's come back to Beattie-Powell again. He's had 3 kicks in the space of 8 seconds, and he's kicked them behind. 3:15, 33. Trail Cooey Rup 7-8-50. 25, nearly 26 minutes gone on the Trade Link 1 Thuggy scoreboard.
Well, we did say that they might regret this inaccurate kicking, and 3:15 is not going to cut it at any final. That's for sure. As Muratore brings the ball back into play for the Demons. It's a long kick too, out towards half back. Up high that time, Collins couldn't take the mark. He did get a fair bit of height there. They're away here too. The Demons out towards half forward again. Knocked forward that time by Wells into open space. Big Sheen's got it. Looks around for a pass. Decides to go on his own. One bounce.
Yep.
Missed to the left, but the crowd love it, and so does the goal umpire. And that's goal number 3 for big Darren Sheen for the afternoon. And Cooey Rup extend their lead. Gee, they got out there too, and against the turn of play, Cooey Rup have, as I said, increased their lead. It's 8:56 now at the 24-minute mark, 26-minute mark here against Inverloch's 3:15:33 on the 3MFM Tradelling Wonthaggi scoreboard. Can they come back from here, Inverloch?
Oh, I can't see it happening with this rain. I don't think it has much chance.
How often do you see it? Side have a miss at one end and the other side go forward the other. This time it was Darren Sheen, who has played football here at Coralline, and he knows the pockets, he knows the ground well, and he kicked that from an impossible angle with a hard, heavy ball. Secondary bounce in between the centre and wing position, outer side, up it goes. Cunningham wins the tap, comes out. Quick kick off the ground there for Inverloch with Scott, but it's Cooey Rup that'll mop up. Punched on by Collins, finds the big fella there in Connolly. Hurried kick forward, and that's what they want to do in these conditions. Just get it in at all costs. Comes to the front, quickly picked up by Bailey Galandi. High kick, goes to the pack. Sheen holds the front spot, comes to the front. Wells was there, just couldn't cleanly grab it. Now it's spilled out to the outside. Quick hands out back to Galandi. Galandi to Collins. David, that is. Hurried kick towards Wells, who takes a lovely diving mark right on the boundary in front of the scoreboard. Wow, this is the sort of goal he can kick, Jamie Camp.
Oh, for sure. Very dangerous up forward now, Cooey Rup. They're really, really hunting the man. And if he kicks this, I think the fat lady will sing.
Well, that'll be Brad today. I've decided I'm not singing. Jason Wells now on his way. There's the siren. The ball's in the air and hits the pack just outside. Umpire calls time. There'll be no addition to the score here. It's 3/4 time in the elimination.
And I would assume they will continue along that way in the last quarter.
The umpire holds the ball in the air to the timekeepers, and the final quarter is underway here. Big Connolly gets first use of it for the Demons, and they're trying to move it forward. A little kick out wide by Inverloch there to the centre wing position. Kiwi Rupp with the numbers here. A little chip kick in short. Finds a teammate there in Camerano. He's marked at half forward. They're going to go boundary side there, chipping it around long. Dolan marks boundary side, plays on straight away. That's a terrible kick off the side of the boot. An opportunity for Beatty Power now to pick it up and clear it out. Connolly went for one out of thin air but missed it. Little handball over the top that from David Collins. We're back in the centre of the ground at the moment. A fight for possession. The umpire's found a free kick here for too high from the look of it. It's going to Inverloch. In fact, it's to Kiwi Rupp. It's going to Mitch Camerano.
Camerano now gives it to Muratore, who sets sail with the right foot. Punch from behind, comes forward now. Inverloch picked up by Purcell. Did he have prior opportunity? Umpire said no. Play on. Ball comes out from Collins to Walker. Walker on the left foot. Goes inside looking for Wells. And the corner overruns the ball. Now it's Rankin. Rankin on the right leg for Inverloch. Gets it to the outside, but it's Kiwi Rupp. Can't handle the ball cleanly. Quick kick out of the back half of Inverloch, which they'll need. Matthew Voss is there with Troy Dolan. Again, slips, comes out to Walker. Walker quickly onto the left foot. Goes back towards the big fella in Connolly, but beats him and over the boundary line out of bounds on the ball.
I reckon the cops might have to dust this footy for Luke Walker's fingerprints after the game. He's had a fair bit of it, fair to say. And he's not the only one. That defensive unit, pretty good. So coming out back a half back, Cusack marks for Inverloch. Congwack at centre half back. He's decided he's going to switch it up here over towards Van Driel. Marks a wet ball on his chest. Plays on straight away. Bit of attention for opponent. He's going across the ground. This is America's Cup football. They're tacking at the moment. Dan Reid marks centre wing. He's going to go long. They're looking for a 50 here, inside 50. Up high, Gibbons couldn't take the mark. Coming out there with a little handball was Scott. He's been quiet today. The ball's on the ground boundary side right in front of the scoreboard. And it's a free kick or out of bounds? I was saying out of bounds. It is a free. I can't see who's getting that, Brad. Who is it?
It looks like
Mahoney.
Yeah.
Marnie.
Toby Marnie. He's right on the boundary. He's probably, I would say, 50 out. This will take a mammoth kick. I'll tell you what, though, it's the sort of goal that will lift the side. And if anyone can kick it, it is Marnie on the left foot. Set sail. Nice, high, long kick, but he's going to miss to the right. That's their 16th behind of the day. Inverloch 3:16:34. They trail Kiwi Rupp 88:56. That's 3 minutes gone the last quarter. Thanks to 3FM's Trade Link 130 scoreboard. He's worked very hard, Jamie. How hard has he worked?
Come on, Brad, don't let me slip up here.
I think that worked well in rehearsal, boys. They bring it back into play here on the left, back out towards half back for Kiwi Rupp. Big pack settling under this one. Might have been Collins trying to get his hands on that and couldn't hold the mark. Any overhead mark in these conditions is a major achievement. He goes again on his left, out towards centre wing. Voss high, gets a hand of that one over the top of Casey and puts it over the boundary line in the centre wing position. Outer side of the ground here at Coralline, it's 56 plays 34. We've travelled 3.5 minutes into the final quarter on the 3MFM Trade Link 130 scoreboard.
One of the boundary throwing right on the centre wing. In it comes the two ruckmen holding each other in Cusack and Connolly. Quick kick forward for Kiwi Rupp. Coming out was Cross in front of Wells, who's done so all day. So it's quick kick off the ground for Kiwi Rupp. Goes inside. Sheen slips underneath it. Now in there is Casey. Ball comes forward. Casey again for Inverloch has it. Oh, he's had a couple of chances, but he finally gets the ball out. Comes out to Cross. Cross now for Inverloch. Lowers some eyes, but it's chipped off beautifully by Lukey. Walker goes inside and finds his teammate in Bailey Galland.
Cusack just waited for that, really. He was like a sitting duck in the end, wasn't he?
How good was Luke Walker then? He doesn't blaze away from 50 metres. He spotted up a target, and next thing you know, he's got a shot on goal 30 metres out.
Bailey Galandi. He'll kick this from about 35, and she's clearing her throat. If he puts this through, I think it's all over. If it wasn't at three-quarter time. In he comes. Kicks through the ball, sits it up high, looks like that. Oh, it was going right, come back and ended up hitting the post. So Kiwi Rup go on to 8:09.57. Inverloch 3:16.34. We've gone 5 minutes last quarter thanks to Freedom FM's trading scoreboard.
And the Seagulls bringing it back in. It's Casey going up the middle there. Finds a teammate there in Purcell. He's done his best today. Awkward kicking style. Goes out towards centre wing. Big pack underneath that one. The Demons with the numbers. If they're good enough to pick it up, they can't. Marnie knocks it in front of himself up towards centre half forward. Then a collision with an opponent with the football. How's that one going to play? Umpire's not going to make a decision either way. He says, I'd rather ball it up with the true centre half forward position here for Inverloch Congwack. But say they need a goal might be the understatement of the entire weekend's football.
Up it goes. Quick tap out from Connolly for Kiwi Rup. Ball plays just converged all over it. Troy Dolan's there. But you've liked his game, Jamie? Troy Dolan.
Terrific job on Marnie.
Up it goes. Grabbed out of the ruck by Connolly. Gets a quick kick to it forward looking for Mitch Collins. McCorn's there. Kicks it off the ground. Comes out towards David Collins. He can't collect it. Now Inverloch hurry kick inside 50. Goes out towards the boundary line. It's going to beat both players over the boundary line. That's Gibbons and Brad Harding will have a boundary throw in 50 around from the Inverloch goal.
And still a 23 if I've got that right point margin here. Scoreboard seems to have stagnated somewhat in these conditions. It comes back into play. Cusack gets 2 goes at that one but can't clear it. And a pack form underneath that straight away. Oh, it's still coming out there. A little bit of push and shove. The Demons are going to get this out. Just a bit of another chaos kick out towards the centre of the ground. Or through they come here again. There's a lovely little kick towards half forward. Shooting the target marks on his chest right on the 50-metre line. It was Camerano with a lovely kick. Too far out to score, you'd think Sheen, but gets the slipper into it. A vacant goal square. One bounce and through it goes for the sealer for Kiwi Rup this afternoon. And Darren Sheen's 4th goal.
Never too far out for the big fella.
Oh, he had me completely sucked in, boys. I thought maybe the leg wasn't working and he was staying close to home, he couldn't kick, but that was a 50-metre goal that's put the game out of reach, Jamie.
Yeah, I backed him. He's been doing it for over 10 years now, and he's just pure class. And even though he's carrying a little bit, but he's still smart and uses the footy really, really well. And he's backed it up with 4 goals today.
Yeah, there were 2 players now. I've missed one, but they've kicked 9 goals. Nathan Voss has got 4 and Darren Sheen's got 4. There are 2 players that are able to kick 4 goals apiece. There's a huge difference. I have missed, I think Marsh might have been the other one that got their goal. Shannon Marsh got one, didn't he?
9-9-63, 3-16-34, and this one's done, and we're 7 minutes into the final quarter there on the 3MFM TradeLink Wonthaggi scoreboard. Umpire puts it back into the air in the middle of the ground. Cusack got a hand on it, but it went to ground. There's a free kick being paid, and it's going to Van Driel.
Van Driel pumps Inverloch into attack. They need a score, and they need it quickly. Finds a teammate in Marnie on the outer side. He'll kick this and just inside 50. He missed the one earlier right on the boundary, but he's got a better angle on this one, so distance won't be a problem. Accuracy is the question. In he comes. Toby Marnie on the left foot. If there any chance he's got to kick it, he doesn't. Big punch away from behind by the Kiwi Rup side, goes over towards the boundary, and that was Brody Yatton out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in 30 around from the Inverloch goal, and they trail by 29 points.
29 points is the margin. Miserable conditions here at Coralina after a beautiful start to the day. Cusack couldn't win the tap. It was coming out Kiwi Rup's way here. Little pack of players, little handball out wide. The boundary line's going to beat him there. Go over, I can't see it, Brad.
Comes back from Inverloch towards Casey. Casey takes the mark. Running past the mark there was Nathan Voss. Umpire says it's okay. Yet Casey gets a quick kick in and finds Big Gibbons, who's taken the mark about 20 metres out directly in front. Say they need this as an understatement, Jamie?
Yeah, Gibbons after a really good first quarter has really gone out of it, and I think Brody Yap, after a bit of a drilling at quarter time, he's done a good job in the last few quarters.
Hasn't kicked one for the day, Gibbons, and in he comes. He's kicked 3 behinds, and he's got his first for the day, and that's the 9.5 minute mark of the last quarter. 4:16:40. Inverloch trailed Kiwi Rup 9-9-63. That's on the 3MFM TradeLink Wonthaggi scoreboard.
Up to 23 points. And finally a straight kick from Sam Gibbons. He did start well, but it's hard to say at all forward. These are not ideal conditions for a tall forward this afternoon. They might have been when we ran out on the ground at the start of the game, but right now it's the rain's coming in sideways, ladies and gentlemen, here at Coralin.
Not one of us tipped Kiwi Rup. Russell Bennett, Ian Wisdowney, Owen Carter, Jamie Can, Dan the Man Eddie, and myself all went Inverloch.
Well, I think we owe Kiwi Rup a bit of an apology. They have come to play footy today and they've adapted to two separate sets of conditions. They've been absolutely superb as the umpire puts the ball back into the air. Cusack wins the tap, but Kiwi Rup are going to go forward there. Trying to get his hands on it that time was Wells. Couldn't get it. The ball's on the ground there. Casey getting chasing the long sleeve. Sheen goes for the little toe poke off the ground. Rankin trying to get it. Just sockers it towards the boundary line and over the line it goes. They've kept it in their forward 50 successfully here, the Demons. And the boundary umpire throw it in about 25 metres around from the Kiwi Rup goal.
Looks like the end of the season for Inverloch Conway right now. And they have gone out in the elimination final after just missing out on a double chance. Here it comes. Punched forward there by the big man in Cunningham. And again, over the boundary line, they asked for a deliberate, not being paid. So we'll have another boundary line in the exact same spot. It'll be Cunningham and Rich Collins to do battle. The rain pours in. In it comes. Collins holds the front spot, gets his fist to the ball, goes straight to Gibson, and he's tackled by Reid, and the umpire says I'll bounce that again. Another stoppage, the leader in stats today. Stats all thanks to SG Off-Road, Lean Gather and One Faggy.
Good place to go too, I don't mind. That's like a candy shop for people with four-wheel drives coming out there that time. Gibson couldn't pick it up, the ball's pretty wet. Collins, that's David, with a kick in the air. There's a free kick here, and going to the Sea Eagles. At the back man drill. Didn't get him out of trouble for now. He goes wide. Casey's the target. Didn't mark the ball, it overshoots him, but it sits up nice for him on the bounce centre wing position. He's showing a good turn of speed here and brave enough to take a bounce in these conditions. Kicks it in towards the forward 50. Can't hit a target, and they're going to clean it up again this time. It would be Miller kicking back in towards the centre ground. Turnover. Sea Eagles are going to bring it back in again. Gibbons flies over the top. Couldn't take the mark. Galanti there going to clear for the Demons if they can get it out. They're going wide. Plenty of traffic around this footy. They're all falling over the top of it. The skills are out the window with a footy as wet as this. It's like a piece of soap. And it finally makes it to the boundary line. And he's thrown him around about the 50-metre mark here in attack for the Sea Eagles. It's 63 plays 40, a 23-point lead to Kiwi Rup in the elimination final. We've travelled 12 minutes into the final quarter.
Toussaint gets a quick handball out to his teammate there in Beatty Powell. Gets a hurry kick inside the goal square. Rush through from behind. And that takes Inverloch on to 4:17:41. They trail Kiwi Rup 9:9:63. 13 minutes gone on your 3MFM Trade Link One Thank You scoreboard.
Still peppering Inverloch. A few forwards fuss here. If they keep going, you never know.
Joel Gibson brings the ball back into play for Kiwi Rup. Long left foot outer side, looking for Muratore. He can't take the mark. Now it comes out through the agency of their captain in Wyatt. Hurry kicked forward, and it's called out of bounds on the full, so the resultant free kick will go to Kiwi Rup. And that will be that man, Joel Gibson, who has also been excellent today for the Kiwi Rup side. Brings it in, long left foot up the wing. Pack of players forming Connolly's there. Nathan Voss is as well, but it's won by Inverloch. Comes out to Rankin, he can't take it. We'll have another boundary throw in centre wing position, outer side. We have now gone 14 minutes in the last quarter, and it's a 22-point lead to Kiwi Rup on the Trade Link One Faggy scoreboard.
Looks like they might have done enough here in these conditions. As the boundary umpire brings it back in, some vacant spots in the car park there. Some people have seen enough. Alan Gilly gets the clearance there. They kick off the ground. One bounce and over the fence it goes. Out of bounds on the full. At half forward for the Sea Eagles, and the resulting free kick, once they find it from underneath the car, will be Tim Miller at half back. He'll be using his left and just driving it down the line, where the football spent most of the afternoon on that outer side of the ground. He's kicked a big spiral there out towards Voss, who marks a wet footy. That's a fabulous mark, but the goal up, the boundary umpire spoils the party and says it was out of bounds. He's going to throw it in.
He said he double grabbed that. First grab was inside, second grab was outside. Good call by the young boundary umpire. We'll bring this ball back into play. It's going to be big Callum Cusack for Inverloch Conway against Connolly, who's done most of the ruck duties. Cusack wins it, grabs it, handballs over the top. Oh, Joel Gibson comes through strongly, can't collect it in breezy conditions. Players just jump all over the ball. Now umpire says I'll bounce that down again. Right on the boundary, centre wing, in between centre wing, half forward. Right on the centre wing position. Not long to go in this one. Season over for Inverloch Conway, and Cooey Rup will go on next week.
They will do. I'm clearing it there. Casey trying to do the roving as the ball comes off that stoppage for the Sea Eagles, but the ball goes out of bounds again. Just forward of centre wing for Cooey Rup. 22-point margin at the moment as we hit the 18-minute mark of the final quarter of this elimination final. And boundary umpire spins it back into play. Connolly's worked hard all day in the ruck for the Demons. In fact, in the second effort there goes and picks it up again. Kicks it in towards half forward there. Nice mark there from Galante. He's been good. Slips as he kicks, which probably doesn't help him, but it bounces for Sheen. Just sells the candy to his opponent. Kicks across his body to the top of the square. One bounce and through it goes for the goal of the day. For the Wonthaggi Club goal of the day, Darren Sheen for his 5th goal, and that's the winner as far as I'm concerned. That was just terrific. He outsmarted his opponent with a wet foot. He held him off, and then across his body from 25 metres, boundary side, through it goes. What a beauty, Jamie.
Oh, sensational. As you said, he just used his body really well, pushed him off the ball, spun around, snapped it, and he's just pure class.
The thing for me was so clean the way he had it with the one hand.
In this wet footy.
Oh, that's his 5th, and that is the Wonthaggi removals. Sorry, no, it's the Wonthaggi Club goal of the day.
Back in the centre here, Cusack grabs it out of the ruck and tries to get a little bit of a kick away. And handball there from Dolan. They're into attack again, this time Cooey Rup. Collins at centre half forward, one-hander, juggles at one-hander at half forward, goes to play on the wet foot, he slips out of his hands, shoots a little handball over to Camerano. He can't get it, that's a shame for Collins. He did all the hard work with the mark. Flying through from behind there, Muratore lays a big tackle and a kick there forward from Luke Walker, and the Demons are underway again. It's Matthew Voss, if he can pick it up. He gets his kick away even though he's tackled. Over towards Gibson, it passes him. Coming through there was Casey for the Sea Eagles. A series of handballs there, Rankin under pressure. Collins again, barging his way through, the big fella, trying to pick it up off the ground. Another kick off the ground in wet conditions, over towards Wells. You feel like they're building towards another goal. In towards the top of the square, uses the body, Sheen, puts his opponent out of the way and kicks his 6th goal for the afternoon. And they're just too clever by half for his opponent that time, Darren Sheen, from the goal square, and boots his 6th goal. They're losing count here pretty easily, but if it was out of any doubt before, but the result is gone now. 11-9, 75, Cooey Rup, and they lead Inverloch Conway 4-17-41. And I think we've travelled close to the 20-minute mark here in the final quarter.
18 minutes gone. That's on your 3 in the finish trade link Wonthaggi scoreboard. We've been talking about midfielders and running backs as our best players. Sheen with 3/4 last goals got to be in consideration there, Jamie, for best player on the ground.
He's going to have to be right up there, Brad.
Up it goes. Connolly wins the tap, comes forward, quick hands on the outside. They're away, Cooey Rup again, high kick inside, but Casey, who's been good for Inverloch, read that better than everyone. Courageous mark, kick's not great. Gibson's there for the Inverloch side, ends up with it, gets it onto the left foot quickly, goes inside. Oh, that's well done by him. Rankin, beautifully done. Ends up chipping it out to Big McCord. He drops what he should have taken. Has time now to recover. Kicks up the wing looking for Cusack. Can't take the mark. Comes forward to Reed. Back to Cusack. Over to Hawking, but intercepted. But we've got a free kick. And it looks like Dan Reed will take the free kick for Inverloch.
Reed it is on the paint at half back. He's decided he's going to switch it up. Plays on now and decides to go down the line across the centre there. No one can take the mark. Big Gibbons flew for it but couldn't hold it. The Demons have got it again, coming out of defence. This is a long kick towards forward 50 again. Was Voss trying to mark it on his chest. He's got 2 to beat. Just puts a toe into it, moves it along there for Wells. You feel like there might be another one coming up here, but not to be denied. Casey from the Sea Eagles clears it out towards the centre of the ground.
Casey now finds a teammate in Scott. Scott sends him into attack, but it's all Inverloch reading that better than most, and Yap takes the mark deep in defence, waving players to come across this side. Goes one side, then comes back the other. Handballs off to the outside. Finds his mate there in Harding. Harding with a high kick up the wing. Finds Matty Voss, who's been very, very good today. Commentary side of the ground, right in front of the Inverloch coach's box. Voss sends it up, looking for Connolly. Gets the punch on. Ball comes to the ground. Grab without the ball. It's Inverloch play, picked up by Shem Hawking. Hurriedly kicks forward. Very good diving mark to Dylan Clark. Dylan Clark in between wing and half forward. Goes onto the left foot. Sends Inverloch inside 50. Packer players punch it forward. Matthew Voss again is everywhere. Kicks the ball off the ground. They ask for deliberate. They say no. We'll have a boundary throw in. We've gone 21 minutes into the last quarter. 34-point lead to Coorey Rup. That's on your Trading One Thaggy scoreboard. Boundary throw in. 65 around from the Inverloch goal. In it comes. A lot of players around this ball now. They just want stoppage after stoppage. Again, Collins in and under the pack, as he has done all day, as Joel Gibson has as well. Galante's in there. Gibson fights in again. He's tackled by the captain, Tom Wyatt. We'll have another bounce. Another stoppage, Jamie.
Stoppage all day. Stoppage after stoppage. Geez, that young Matthew Voss has played a good game of footy.
Yeah, well, both the Voss boys really have had a big impact on this contest. It's a 34-point lead to Coorey Rup here late in the final quarter of this elimination final. Kick there from Cunningham, smothered. They were trying to go forward again, the Sea Eagles. Looks like Coorey Rup with the footy. Chain of handballs down on the centre wing position. Kick up high. No one really could get that one. It was Dan Reid from the Sea Eagles trying to pick it up and get a kick away. He's tackled. Dribbles out and over the line. The boundary throw in centre wing broadcast side. We've travelled, I'm reading that right, 24 minutes.
It is 22 minutes.
There you go. Gee, my eyesight's not that bad, surely. That's a very small number.
Boundary throw in. Ball comes to the front of the pack. Tackle without the ball was Purcell, not paid. Goes forward. Players dive in all over it. Now it comes out to the outside. No one can pick this cake of soap up at the moment. Gibson Kent, handballs on the outside to that man Matthew Voss again. Muratore comes in, lays the tackle, takes his opponent out over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in between wing and half forward for Coorey Rup. We've gone 23 minutes into the last quarter, and it looks like Coorey Rup will take on Coralind next Sunday at the Currumborough Reserve. The showgrounds.
Looks like. I reckon there's nothing more certain in your life at this point in time as Big Connolly tries to take it out of the ruck there. Couldn't do it for the Demons. These Inverloch Congwack trying to move it forward, a couple of kicks along the ground. They're good enough to pick this up. Galante with his nose over it, couldn't get it. Still he goes. Now he gets a little handball over the top. The target, Camerano, if he can pick it up. He's tackled, gets a little handball away. We're getting back towards the centre of the ground. A pack forming over this one again. And at the 23-minute mark of the final quarter of this elimination final, we'll have a ball up near the centre of the ground. A 34-point lead to Coorey Rup. Three last quarter goals to Darren Sheen has put him in contention for the the San Remo Hotel Player of the Day. But we will give our 3-2-1 at the end of the day. Another stoppage. And that's one night's accommodation for two people too. So it's a decent price.
Certainly is. Cunningham, big punch out from the Inverloch side in the Rup duel. Leading the race for the ball is Lockie Scott. He can't cleanly take it. We'll have another stoppage. Boundary throw in. 65 around from the Inverloch goal. And they'll just play the day out. Now, 4:17 to 11:9. 34-point lead is Coorey Rup. 24 minutes gone. Trading One Thaggy scoreboard. Boundary umpire sends it back in. Connolly wins the tap. Comes forward. Quick kick by Marsh. Up towards the wing. McCorn's there. Punches the ball. Comes to the front. Gibson can't cleanly take it. Goes in again. Tackled high. Gets a handball out. Crosses there. Casey's there. He's wrapped up by Wells. And then over third man in is Cross. And we'll have a bounce down right in front of the One Thaggy Removals commentary box. Gone 24.5 minutes last quarter.
They give both sides plenty of credit. They're still fighting it out. It's a bruising affair in very difficult conditions. No one really gets that clear. That time Toussaint tried to kick it off the ground, didn't get anywhere. The kick comes back in towards the forward 50. It was Marnie trying to pick it up there. He's working in defence now. That was probably couldn't get it away as he wanted to do there. Dolan couldn't pick it up. Another chance, there he goes again. The road to Moratore. He's a long way from home. Fends one off. Little handball over the top of Galante. His shot in towards the top of the square. Shown just out of position a little bit, and it gets rushed through for one behind on that occasion. So they actually look dangerous when they go forward too, don't they?
Yeah, the big fella McCorn sends the ball into the middle of the ground, beats everyone, gets out the back to Cunningham, gets a nice kind bounce. Cunningham now collects it, goes inside 50 and finds the big fella in Van Drill, and Van Drill takes the mark. He's only about 20 metres out directly in front, but it's not going to mean too much, Jamie Cam.
No, it's certainly not. And just put a respectable scoreboard on there, but yeah, it's not going to continue.
In he comes, hasn't troubled it too much. The goal umpire didn't have to move, straight through the middle. That is a good goal in the end to Van Drill, his first for the day, and much needed is an understatement. So these conditions, they just needed to be in front at the right time, Kiwi Rup, but not only were they just extended it. So that takes Inverloch Conway 5:17:47, trail Kiwi Rup 11:10:76. We've gone 26 and a quarter minutes. That is on your 3FM Trade Link 130 scoreboard.
Nice work by Cunningham there too, Jamie, wasn't it? Just a nice clean kick with a wet footy.
Yeah, very good. He could have just blazed away and then gone over the top.
Yep.
And dribbled it through, but he actually hit up the target very well.
And with a wet footy, I think that's the key there. Just kept his head. Umpire puts the ball back in the air in the centre of the ground there. Connolly probably got first use. They're coming out against Collins of the David variety on his left. A bit of a chaos kick in towards the 50. Galante, who's forward, just pokes it back to Camerano. In towards the hot spot here, boundary side. Trying to run it out there as Eels. He's been quiet today. Gets his kick away out towards centre wing. Giving chase that time prior. He couldn't get to it. And Tim Miller, the skipper of the Kiwi Rup Demons, sees the ball over the boundary line. And that car park looks pretty empty behind there, boys, too. There's a fair few people might have gone home.
Don't blame them. Yeah. It is cold, wet and windy.
Back into play that time. Cunningham on the attack there for the Sea Eagles. They're going to bring it out. Big tackle on play there. Probably that far away, I almost can't see who's got it. The umpire's paid a free kick to Kiwi Rup.
Paid incorrect disposal of its Garvis prior and give it to Kiwi Rup. I thought he was tripped myself.
And he may have been tripped after he kicked it. It wasn't a great kick, and it dribbles over the line and out of bounds for a throw in on the outer side of the ground.
Not sure what's happened to Stuart Kilsby. He hasn't played the last half of the game, so I'm not sure if he's gone off injured or.
Okay. Nathan Voss down there, he reported at half time that had a bad back. He's continued to play very well in the second half, so.
Actually switch around too. Muratore's gone forward now after spending most of the time in the back half.
Yeah, I suppose when you're that margin in front, I mean, you know, you're 30 points in front, but really 30 points is 60 points in this weather.
Yeah.
Try a few different things. They're going to come up against Coralline next week. They're going to have a bag of tricks on that day. That's a terrible boundary throwing.
That one might have to be recalled. It was so far off the side of the boot, so to speak, by the boundary umpire there, but did the right thing. Corey Casey just picked it back over the line and said, have another bounce back. So from the same position, that's a nice one. That's better from the boundary umpire. Puts it back in. Couldn't get there Cunningham to play anything on it. Massive pack flying across the top. Clark was there. There's the siren. And Inverloch Conway have been eliminated from the Alex Scott Real Estate West Gippsland final series in this elimination final. 11 goals 10, 76 Kiwi Rup have defeated Inverloch Conway 5-17-47. It's a comprehensive victory in changing conditions, got to be said. Pretty ordinary, Nick, in the